Dynamo. You gotta see the show. It's rock and roll. Oh, welcome to Touhyville for the 26th day of June 2025. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome into the amusement park for your mind, the carnival for your cranium, the holiday for your head. I would be your host, Steve Touhy. Joining me for all the fun, Cheryl Touhy. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
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 I'm glad.
It's pre-Friday celebration.
Yes. We had a wonderful day yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
After the show, ran right out to Indianapolis. Where I guess technically we were at until we were already in the building. Thought we were in Indianapolis, but it's all right there.
But they said something about it being 500 feet away. So.
Yeah, like it was like right over the line into Carmel.
Beautiful hotel.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I loved learning and loving.
Yeah.
That's what yesterday was.
Yeah. So we did went to a seminar. About helping our clients more.
Guy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, and I like him a lot.
I'm still
really
trying
nice
to figure out what his stance was, though. He would get into like a football stance. Like he was going to do one of those things against those, like push the machine or that thing, that metal thing that like.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, like he was ready for like a football. Yeah. Like a football game. Yeah.
But he was really
like he was
good.
the quarterback in the huddle.
Mm-hmm.
Darren Steenbergen.
Yeah. Good info.
Yeah.
Good info.
So it's always nice to get a good refresher in things that we do and learn more things. And so that was exciting. And then we got the Cardinal Award, which I'm not sure why you didn't keep by you, so you could show it off.
Oh, I don't know.
But IBA
You're the circus leader here, or the
I know.
What's the
ringleader?
The ringleader, right?
IBA 2025 Cardinal Community Service Award, or WLQI. The campaign was called The Need for Feed. So it was a campaign that we did to work with Good Samaritan Food Pantry throughout the last year to get them more supplies that they needed, make more awareness to people that might need things from them.
Correct.
And then we also did, as part of the feeding, we gave away a ton of gift cards at Thanksgiving as well. So to help folks with their Thanksgiving dinners. So, so all kinds of good stuff. So it was a lot of fun. So it was an all good day, and we went and did all that. So that was great. That was really cool. So,
and if you have a non-for-profit that needs help like that, you can email me or Steve and let us know, what the need is. And then once a year, at the end of the year, we kind of decide what charities or what works we're going to choose, and we give away a advertising run, interviews on the morning show, et cetera, to raise awareness, so that it helps the cause and our communities. So we love that part of it. Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't know that, like, the charities are so busy that they have so much going on that we kind of help plug into, like it's the aspirin for your marketing headache. We really do plug in, we do the commercials, we produce the commercials, we change the commercials, and we make sure to get the word out. So, speaking
of which, our friend Mo from the Good Samaritan Food Pantry is going to come by today.
She'll be here.
Yeah, so that's exciting.
Over an hour.
Yeah. Today is Beautician's Day. Okay. Forgiveness Day. It's a good one.
That's always, should be every day, should be Forgiveness Day. Because it's hard. It's hard to forgive, but you do it for you.
Yeah.
So.
Day in support of victims of torture. Barcode Day. Chocolate Pudding Day. Like that one.
What's your favorite chocolate pudding?
You know, probably that one that you get. I don't know what it's called. It's got
It's with a K.
yeah. It's got like a yellow container. It used to be Jello pudding, which is really good. Don't get me wrong. But unless you get the little cups, and little cups, you need like 2 or 3 of them for a dessert.
Yeah.
At my age and size. So
funny. They must not market well. Oh, Cozy Shack is the name of what you like. Cozy Shack with a K.
oh yeah.
But it's so funny that immediately you see snack pack of Jello, and I'm like, those are not the best puddings, in my opinion.
Right.
I love Cozy Shack. Favorite kind of pudding, even though it's chocolate pudding. Is chocolate pudding your favorite?
Oh, I thought we just answered that. Oh yeah. Chocolate pudding, yes, for sure. Yeah,
I
no doubt
like
about it.
rice. I like rice pudding.
Better than chocolate pudding?
I do, with
Ooh.
cinnamon on it.
All right.
Yummy in the tongue.
That's weird. Okay. Yeah, taste and smell and all that. But
That's weird. You're weird, but all right. We'll keep it
all right.
for now.
Rice over chocolate. Okay. That's like saying
I'm going to be honest with you.
I'd
My
rather have
second
liver
isn't-
over pizza on Friday.
No, it's not. My second is not even chocolate. Ready? Butterscotch.
But I've seen
Rice
you buy
pudding.
chocolate.
Butterscotch, chocolate.
Same brand.
Same brand,
Yeah, that
but
Cozy
but
Shack.
really, if I was choosing, like even snack packs, I would
Mhm.
choose butterscotch over chocolate.
Really?
I love butterscotch.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, there
Okay,
you
there you go.
go. Handshake day.
Wow.
Like handshakes too. Yeah.
Yeah, you just shake.
Yeah.
Shake, shake.
I-
You always use the afterwards. You're like, don't touch me, don't touch me. Are you
I'm
a
not-
weirdo germ person?
I'm not. I'm
Okay.
not. It's just that. All right. So I have trust issues with the way everybody else handles their stuff. So I don't know. I don't want to get sick just because we decided to shake hands. Does that make sense? I'm not like a freak about it. I mean, I'll shake your hand. I shook multiple hands yesterday.
Mhm.
It was fine.
Yeah.
But-
I prefer a hug, honestly, to a handshake.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Yeah. All right.
Mhm.
I just don't want to get sick for what? For hi hello? Like,
What's with the whole sickness coming from? I mean, I guess like
because if they
since
just blew their
COVID,
nose, or did they have something on their hands?
that,
Or,
do you really think that does it? I mean,
yes. How do you think it gets transferred?
so someone coughs, so someone speaks, and there a little spittle comes out. Like you can get that within at any time you're going to be around people,
I
which is
understand.
probably the point.
No,
You
I
actually,
understand.
You're like, okay,
Right.
okay.
I understand, but you're upping the risk because you're touching their hands. Like that's where their germs sit.
Oh my gosh. Right, but that's how you bond with people, Steve. That's how you feel people's souls. Have you ever
No, it's how I feel their palm.
have you ever shook somebody and gotten good vibes?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. No, I
The
know.
way they now I did learn this about handshakes, like that all the stuff I didn't know.
Mhm.
I would always shake hands, and if it was a business person like that I liked,
Mhm.
I would always put my other hand over their hand because it felt like I have your hand and it means a lot to me. That's
Alright.
the way I thought it.
Yeah.
Do you know that's a control thing? Surprise.
What? Like you're trying to keep them there?
You're trying to dominate. It's almost yeah.
I would
And I
never
was
take
like-
it that way.
I'm not trying to dominate anything. I'm trying to let you know I care.
Yeah, I would
Don't
take
do
it
that. But I guess when I read it, I was like,
Mhm.
oh snap.
Yeah.
Have you ever learned something like that and you go back in your head and you're like, all right, not too bad. That's only happened to me 97 million
Right, like-
times in
right,
my
this-
life. I've
right.
offended like half the
But
world's
that's just it.
population.
The other person has to feel that way too. Then, otherwise, they're not offended. They don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today is Tropical Cocktails Day, which is nice. And last but not least for you, it's Bomb Pop Day. So,
Oh,
yeah.
and none of the skinny stuff. Do you know how mad? I'm still mad. Like,
Mhm.
I would like to do a couple things in my life before I die. Ready?
Mhm.
Ecto Cooler needs to come back.
Okay, we have a
Yeah.
story about that today.
Okay.
That
I've signed more petitions to that than I have anything political in my life.
Mhm.
I'm like, bring Ecto Cooler back.
Yeah,
And not on eBay for $179 for
that's
6
the story.
Slurpee
Yeah,
Pop
so now we
pouches.
can skip that one. Okay.
So Ecto Cooler,
Mhm.
bring Ecto Cooler back.
Mhm.
And I was going to say something else and I totally forgot it, like you did the other day. Don't you hate that?
So,
We were talking about something with handshakes and hugs. Oh my gosh. I totally forgot.
Bomb Pop.
Bomb
Bomb
Pops, that's it. And make it illegal
Wow, are we
for
getting
Bomb
old?
Pops to not be fat.
Yeah.
I want the original Bomb Pop for when I was a kid.
Mhm.
I don't want a taller, skinnier version
Mhm.
where it looks like a flare.
Right.
I do not want, oh, we have 23 in a box, so it's like a popsicle. I don't want it to be like a little popsicle, you know, like the skinny.
Mhm.
No.
Okay.
I want the big fat ones that like you just like it drips all over your shirt and you better wash it like within 15 minutes or else you've got like red
Rainbow.
and blue
Mhm.
on your shirt.
Mhm. Yep.
But I love it because
Yeah.
then you suck all the juice comes in like,
Mhm.
oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Yep.
none of the skinny stuff. Get out of here.
All right. All right.
Right? And all of them now are all skinny.
I don't know. Did you just get some from the ice cream truck? Were they skinny?
I did.
Or were they just small?
long. They were long,
Oh,
which
okay.
was cool,
Mhm.
but not like cool like the way they're supposed to be fat.
Gotcha.
I don't want long and I don't want daddy long legs. I want big fat Bomb Pop.
Gotcha.
That's so good now.
All right. Good deal. Greg says your mix was just you. I don't know if he meant the video, like when he was watching my drumming. So, I must not have hit the button to bring you in right away. So,
Yeah, that's right.
and then Larry says, "Good morning, Touhyville. Have a great day. Good morning to you too." All right. So we had this nice day. Everything was good. We settled in. Your area upstairs was a little warm because we had the air conditioner off up there yesterday, so you had to get that cooled down. Sent me a text, said saying that that things were cooling down, so I was very happy about that.
Okay.
And then you asked me to do something else, which I have to stop
What?
you for. You had me watch the grossest,
Poopaverse.
ridiculous
Poop
thing.
wreck. Yes.
It was not amusing
Oh,
at all.
I forgot to ask
That
you
was
about that.
that is so like that's like up your alley for like watching things.
Oh, you
and
didn't
like
you didn't find that like
I was
knew nothing,
just
and I
so
was-
grossed out and just appalled that it would
Yeah.
ever happen. And then so let me
So
explain.
let's-
because
yeah, let's-
Cheryl started to talk about this yesterday quite a bit. And really you kind of shared the whole idea of what the show was.
Mm-hmm.
So
And it was on Netflix.
still is.
It's like a whole bunch of videos that are called train wreck. So
Mhm.
it's like who is I think his name is Tom Ford, not the designer. The mayor of Toronto.
Mhm.
One of them is on him. One of them is on Astro World, that concert that went crazy where people died. Like it was all outdoors and baking, and it was like 100 million degrees. And yeah,
I didn't know
so
about that
there's
one.
a bunch of train wrecks, but this one was train wreck poopaverse or
Poop cruise.
poop cruise.
So it's a cruise from 2013. I don't know if you guys remember the story. I did remember the story when you brought it up.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, because I did not.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, where was I when this happened? Ew, gross.
Yeah, I was doing radio somewhere. It was either here or I was on the internet at that point. I'm trying to remember where I was doing it. But so this cruise had a fire and then lost power and was just floating aimlessly out in the Gulf of Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So then when the power went out, apparently the power is what runs the toilets. So no one could go to the bathroom, or at least not flush. So They came up with an idea for people to go in the showers because they thought that would
They
then
said
go
go
down the
pee pee in the
drain
shower and go poo poo in red bags,
and
biohazard bags.
Well, apparently it went on much longer than they expected, and the drain doesn't drain anywhere, which I don't understand, by the way.
Well, where's it going to drain out into the ocean? You're not going to do that.
I would hope that in an emergency like this, that's a possibility. That wherever the thing is, and I guess I'm saying it out loud and I'm thinking to myself, you probably can't, because probably what happens is when the cruise ports, they probably hook a hose up to the bottom of the boat and it drains out into a sewer.
Mm-hmm.
So if you opened that, water would rush in and you would flood the boat. So I'm not an engineer, so I'm just figuring this out as we speak. So
Well,
you probably couldn't do that.
Not only that, I'm thinking like, when you deep sea dive and you see all the beautiful coral and, you get to see fishes with clownfish and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I can just tell you from living with you, if your poop made it into the ocean,
right,
we wouldn't be able to scuba dive anymore. It would just be, you'd have killed off all the lovely yellow clownfishes and they'd all look like guys with like cigars hanging out of their mouths.
Okay.
With like stubble on their
right.
On their little clownfish.
Because yours is so nice and pretty,
How rude.
I mean, for
not
goodness
unlike
sake.
myself.
So, no, but I would, in this instance, we're in a bad spot. We're in an emergency.
Mm-hmm.
What's more important, our health or the fish? Like, or the coral or whatever. I got to say our health. I'm on the boat. I'm going off the side. I mean, I honestly, and maybe I'm crazy.
So there was no air, to recap, no air, no toilets, no food.
I didn't see the part you were talking about where there was only tomato sandwiches or something. I missed that part.
They were all in line. Remember, they had to get in line, and the girl came up, the bride came up and said it was a tomato sandwich.
Oh, maybe I dozed off for a little bit in there.
Yeah, there was nothing left on board per se that hadn't been thrown out.
But so they were stuck on there. It was supposed to be a 4-day cruise.
It was day 7 when they
finally landed.
But when they showed the key part for me where I was like, like throwing up in my mouth, was when the tugboat came. So the tugboats came, they were like, yay, they're going to get us off this stupid barge. This was like day 5. And the tugboat started to pull them. And all it did was tilt the boat. And then all of a sudden, all the sewage rose to and went all over the carpets, all over people, all over where they were standing, all over everything.
So here's the thing.
I was like, oh my gosh.
I understand that you would watch that and think that was gross and that was horrible.
I didn't know about it. It's from 2013.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I understand. You watched it. You found out all about that. What I don't understand is why you then put that on me. You told me all about it. There was nothing. There was nothing in the whole 55 minutes of watching that you hadn't already told me.
I did. I didn't tell you the last part, which I kind of spoiler alert.
You
did. So everybody plug your ears.
You did.
But the caveat at the end, when they're kind of rehashing everything, there was a lawyer, of course, right? And I was like, gosh, what did they get? Free cruises for life? No.
By the way, there was a lawyer who looked like a casino boss.
He did.
What?
He looked like he was straight out of The
If we were
Sopranos.
doing a movie and said, what we need is a sleazy Southern lawyer. I got him. I saw him in this documentary. That's what he looks like.
No, he looked, yeah. I was going to say the New Jersey Mafia, like pretty much like.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Don Corleone, whatever. Yeah. So anyway, but he goes and he himself learns that every time beforehand, like it's changed now, but that you signed up for a cruise, there was a clause, in the stuff that you never read because first of all, our eyeballs can't even read it. Ants on a page.
Yeah.
And it's somewhere in the 467 pages of Narishkeit that you sign off on.
Right.
was if anything happens on the cruise or you die or you become sick from anything, they can't guarantee your food is going to be safe, your journey is going to be safe, and that you won't die on board.
Right.
And you hold them not liable for any of it.
Right. They're not liable. It's all tough. Not that it would have, it said they don't guarantee livable conditions,
Right.
food,
Right.
safe passage.
Right.
Like what?
Right.
Yeah, you do. This is your boat. What?
Remember when I gave you the
What do we
10
call this?
grand?
The
Right,
Titanic
to have
clause?
fun.
Right. I mean, what? What in the world? Who allowed that?
Right. Right.
So
brilliant, because it saved them from being on the hook, like for a lot of more money.
yeah.
And it changed since then. Because you and I have always, we're not cruise people.
No. And honestly,
Other than the Greek islands. Like
before this,
I love
like
the Greek
I
islands.
wasn't a cruise person. After this, I will never be a cruise person.
Yeah. The
Not
possibility
just
of it happening.
because of the possibility,
Mhm.
because of Carnival's take on all of it.
Yeah.
I would, and maybe that's not every cruise ship, but they're the biggest one, so I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
The more I saw that PR guy, I can't believe he was even willing to go on camera. Like,
and
are
then
you
he kept
still
going,
the PR guy?
well,
Like,
we thought it was going to be really bad, but guess what? Everybody was really embracing our people and how well they handled it on the boat.
Right. Not you though.
Right.
Not the company.
Not the cruise company.
No. They were
I was like,
under horrible circumstances. They said the crew did the best they could because guess what? They were stuck in the same position.
Right.
Yeah. No, it was a horrible, horrible show. What a awful way to end my evening.
You're welcome.
I mean, I couldn't wait for it to get done so I could just watch Scrubs and fall asleep.
Could you really not? So it was like gross to you?
Yeah.
See, and I thought you would. Okay, so do you want to know the real deal behind things, or do you? Because I love that kind of stuff.
Sometimes, but
the only
time stuff like this just makes me angry because I think, and again, I know you're there. There's 4,000 people. It's easier for me in hindsight.
Yeah.
I just think there's better ways to solve the problem when I see those things happen.
The only topic that I cannot watch that about is health and like blood and guts. Like if you showed me a hospital that was being run like whatever and I knew it, like I'm nervous now, you know, the whole thing with Weiss Memorial Hospital going downtown, they don't have air. They haven't had air in like 2 weeks. So they've had offset, and I guess Weiss has now become for older people, like, you know, like a more senior type of hospital. I remember going there as a little kid. Like, so when I saw it and saw that people were being left in 90-degree rooms. Yeah. I mean, that scares me because then if you're willing to do that to a senior citizen, like, are you really cleaning the bedpans? Are you really taking good care? Are you really giving me the meds on time every time, or my loved ones?
Right.
Like, it freaks me out. So I can't handle watching those, but everything else, I really want to know the behind the, like, the story.
So I want to go back for a second, then we got to take our break.
Okay.
So one of the things that I didn't understand, because I don't think it would have bothered me, is the guy that was on the cruise with his in-laws and his new in-laws and his new wife. He was adamant, was not going to go number 2 in a red bag. Like, would not. It was I didn't understand what's the big deal. Like, I get that we're in a bad situation, but out of all the things, to me, that's just like, okay.
Right.
I don't.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm just weird because, like, I pick up dogs, Aces stuff all the time in a bag, throw it away. Like, what do I care?
Yeah.
So I went in a bag, and now I clean up. I mean, you know, but
right, you tie it. You
But I don't understand.
Yeah.
What? Not to be graphic, but put it down in the bowl. Go and do it. Close it up and be done.
Right.
You know,
right.
like, I don't know. I didn't think that was as big of a deal as it was, but I felt like
the whole thing. I
felt like he was excited to be on TV, and he was a little over exaggerated because, like, he kept making this thing about him and his father-in-law, It didn't sound like there was any issue with him and his father-in-law. Like there wasn't any problem. So
Yeah.
it was weird. So, all right, let's take a break. Come back, wrap up a poll question from yesterday, get a new one, and move forward with the day. Good morning.
Joanne, are you sure this is a good idea? You really want me to shoot you out of a cannon?
A buyer called and wanted to know what the roof looked like, so I'm going to get a good picture.
The team at Jenkins Realtors will go above and beyond to help you buy or sell your home. Since 1976, Jenkins Realtors have been helping the people in our community buy the home of their dreams or make that move by selling their home. Call 219-866-5908 or visit JenkinsRealtorsInc.com. Jenkins Realtors, trusted, respected, recommended.
Did you get a good picture?
This just into the newsroom. Kim's Hardware and Lumber, College Square, Rensselaer, has a new telephone number. It's 219-204-2140. That's 219-204-2140. New telephone number, still your one-stop shop for all of your home improvement needs. That new phone number, once again, for Kim's Hardware and Lumber, College Square, Rensselaer, 219-204-2140. When their country asked them to serve, they served their country. Now it's our turn to support our veterans. Make your plans now to be at Goodstock Operation Restoring Hope Music Festival, Saturday, August 16th in Goodlands Foster Park. The mission of this day-long music festival is to support the Jasper Newton Veterans Assistance Fund that provides assistance to veterans and their families in Jasper and Newton counties that are facing financial hardship. The day starts with a pancake breakfast at 8 a.m., followed by a motorcycle flag escort ride to honor our military heroes. Gates open at 1:30 with plenty of food, community vendors, and a day of unforgettable live music, highlighted by performances from Lindsay Lau, the Jason Wells Band, the Y Store, and Rock America. Buy your tickets online at goodstockmusicfestival.eventbrite.com or at the gate. For more information and sponsorship information, visit goodstockmusicfestival.com or email them at info@goodstockmusicfestival.com. Goodstock, Operation Restoring Hope Music Festival, Saturday, August 16th in Goodlands Foster Park. Help support America's heroes.
Did you know that Jasper County REMC offers scholarships for local students along with fun and educational opportunities throughout the year? Whether it's learning about how state government runs and how bills become laws, to fun and educational camps along with life-changing educational adventures. To find out more about the opportunities Jasper County REMC provides for local students, visit jasperremc.com and click on the Community tab and then select Student Opportunities.
Hey, it's Mike Rohn. If I have a choice, I like to do business with companies that actually stand for something. That's why I switched from Verizon to Pure Talk. No offense to Verizon, I'm sure they stand for something. I just don't know what it is. Pure Talk, on the other hand, is a veteran-owned company that supports our military in a big way, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I also appreciate unlimited talk and text and plenty of data for half the cost of the big guys, and I do like being on America's most dependable 5G network for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is no contract, no cancellation fees, and Pure Talk's commitment to handle all their customer service in this country. I saw it for myself. I went to Georgia, I got a tour of their headquarters, I met their CEO, and I talked to the same customer service folks that you'll talk to when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Switch today and save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
Hey, get in. What? Who are you? I'm future you. Constipation with belly pain still coming back? Yeah. Mia, our doctor figured it out. She said it's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, fears, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Touhyville. You know what they say? 2 Touhies are better than 1.
Are you awake? Is that
Throwback Thursday?
throwback?
Throwback.
Throwback Thursday.
A bit of a throwback.
You know, throwback.
Thursday? What does that mean? It's more fun?
Oh, okay.
It's Thursday and tomorrow's Friday.
Come on, start this thing.
Let's put on a show.
Let's make it our best show ever. What is this? Showtime.
Welcome into Touhyville. Portions of the show today brought to us by the 101st Jasper County Fair. Save the date, make the plans, get out there and have a blast at the Jasper County Fair, July 19th through the 26th. Visit jaspercountyfair.weebly.com. Of course, you can also go check them out on Facebook. We're going to find all kinds of cool stuff going on at the Jasper County Fair. They're posting new stuff all the time about what's happening out there at the fair. Can't wait for that. And, of course, on July 20th is going to be the big parade. So make your plans for that. At the end of the parade, the Rensselaer girls basketball team going to be honored and get their rings. So much cool stuff going on there at the
Pretty cool.
at the Jasper County Fair. So we're excited about that. I'm just looking at some of the stuff. Paisley Grace looks like a young singer is going to be on the free stage July 20th as well.
Okay.
So that's fun. Somebody said, "Oh, I'm excited for this. I've been following her on TikTok for a long time." Very good. All right. Yeah. It looks like a young singer. That's cool. That's the kind of stuff I love about the fair.
Yeah.
Just cool stuff. I mean, that's our
one
friend. Our
one
friend
day
Lindsay
many
Lowe is
moons
gonna
ago.
be-
Taylor Swift was that.
Yeah.
That person.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I said Lowe. Lindsay
Lau.
Lau is going to be out there.
Mhm.
Speaking of big time singers, tomorrow night out at the Seeger Auditorium is Southern Accents, the ultimate Tom Petty experience.
I can't believe that's happening already.
I know. It's we were just by there yesterday. We just drove
right past that.
right through Lebanon. Well, kind of. It's really cool. They've got a big train like decorated like a rainbow train there. So it's very cool. So anyway, if you're a Tom Petty fan, make your plans for Southern Accents Ultimate Tom Petty Experience, Seeger Auditorium in West Lebanon, Indiana. So SeegerAuditorium.com is where you get your tickets. So all right. Let's go over to our poll question from yesterday, get to today's poll question. And then we got to move through that. Let's see here. Oops, I was looking at yesterday's poll question. Oh, trusted brands. All right. Well, I'm not going to go through all those again.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of interesting trusted brands. Somebody said, most definitely Hellman's mayonnaise. That was it. They were like, that's mine, Julie says Kraft. Oh, Jeff says Kingsford. Only Kingsford.
Do you remember? Get the Kingsford Edge.
Yes.
Yeah. Ace is the place.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to go through old commercials, we could have a blast one day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Bun Coffee Maker, says John.
Okay.
So, so many different. I mean, we had a ton of them yesterday. Yeah.
Kleenex. And,
yeah. So
Xerox and
all right. So I want to jump into today's poll question because it's a little more of a discussion. So you found this story on Wallet Hub, the 10 best and worst states for road trips. Okay.
Now, so I haven't really gone in there. What do you think is the best road trip state, like in your head? Well, I got a couple in my head.
So I'm partial because of the ones that I've taken. So for me, it's South Haven. Like, I love that road trip. It's short enough that it doesn't drive me nuts. It's to a good place.
Now, is it cities or is it states? Is the question states?
Oh, it says states.
Okay, so for states, I would definitely say Michigan and Illinois for me.
I would say Michigan, yeah.
Because I love Michigan. Think about Traverse City, Grand Haven, Grand, the place where we rode in
Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids, thank you. I knew it was Grand something. We said Traverse City, Frankenmuth. I mean, I can just think of tons.
Loved
Michigan.
our road trips through Michigan. Yep.
Yes, loved our road trips through Michigan and loved our road trips through Illinois when we lived in Illinois.
So I'm
Boone
trying to
County.
think of, I don't.
Schaumburg. No?
No, for me, no.
Okay.
I like those places. The destination, yes.
Champaign. Okay.
So here's the difference for me between Indiana and Michigan. I'm sorry, Illinois and Michigan. Michigan, I felt like the road trip was good.
Yes.
There was more, cops and donuts. There was little farm stands off the road. There was more things that made the road trip better, if that's what we're talking about. Destination is different.
What do you think okay, so you think they're asking road trip based on roads or
like the whole trip itself?
Got it.
Like I enjoyed, like we would go to Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah.
And I even enjoyed that because there was like things along the way and the destination. Where when we would go to the pumpkin patches, it was a lot of nothing and then the pumpkin patch. Does that make sense? So I liked going there.
Very interesting.
I liked being, and I don't know if that's what they mean, but that's what I picture in a road trip. That's why I love. So when you worked in travel and tourism, we would, a couple years in a row, travel through Michigan to all these different places. You spend a little meeting time, little fun time, little meeting time, little fun time. And then we had some vacation time in Michigan. The whole thing was a road trip through, and it was just, that to me is like road trip.
Yeah,
that's
getting
like,
cherries on the side of the road and
that's what I love about our trips to South Haven.
Yeah.
I even, for the way you and I are, I loved our road trip, this is through multiple states, to South Carolina or North Carolina.
North Carolina.
I
love that too.
Because we would stop off in Ohio. We would, so we had those things too. So, yeah. So Illinois and Michigan.
So I would say for me, one of my favorite road trips was the 27-hour one to Phoenix or to Scottsdale.
Yes, that was fun.
Oklahoma was a lot of fun for the road trip when we came through
Albuquerque,
there. Cadillac Ranch, so Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a good road trip, and I love a good gas station. I need a super duper monster, got everything in there, but the kitchen sink. Gas station. TA's loves do I love a good gas station.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Cinnabon and you could eat like the smorgasbord of good food.
So the annual study on the best states for a summer road trip just came out.
Okay.
Delaware was ranked last.
That makes sense because have you ever driven through Delaware? When I went to school in New York.
Yeah.
There's nothing in Delaware.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's even anything in Delaware other than Joe Biden.
Oh, I didn't know he was
That's
there.
where he and his wife live, I think.
The study looked at 32 different factors, including cost, safety, how many attractions or activities there are, like national parks, amusement parks, beaches, lakes, and scenic drives. So across the whole state, I guess they're looking at all the different destination things.
So
I guess if you did that, I would throw Illinois in there then.
Yeah, Route 66.
There's a lot of things in Illinois that make a good road trip. Okay.
Galena.
I got you there. Yeah.
Yeah.
According to the results, the best state for a summer road trip this year,
okay,
Minnesota.
What?
I don't know that I've ever been there. Well, I guess I have
you
been there in the
did
summer.
Mall of America.
Well, I've been there in the summer too. I did comedy there. So yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't know that I would
wouldn't
do
have
that.
said that. Okay.
The rest of the top 10: New York, Ohio, Utah, Louisiana, Florida, Idaho, Texas, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania.
Wait, say the list slowly. Oh, I know it's just a 3-hour show, but
New Not slowly like that. You didn't.
New York.
You didn't mean it
No.
slowly like that. No. New York.
Okay.
Ohio.
I agree with Ohio. I
Yeah.
love Columbus.
Yeah, I like Ohio. And there was
Hocking Hills. There's a
Cleveland's
lot
fine,
of good stuff
and Cincinnati's
in Ohio.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Utah. Never been.
Never been.
Louisiana.
Never been.
Florida.
Okay.
I don't consider Florida a good road trip state. It's got lots of stuff. It's got the amusement parks. It's got all the stuff. It's but I don't. I wouldn't say, "Ooh, this is a nice road trip through Florida." Like driving through Florida. The only part of it that I remember driving with my dad, it was just him and I went one year. We stayed in Daytona, and we stayed in a schlock motel. We were on our way to Fort Lauderdale in Daytona. And just because we were trying to make it to Fort Lauderdale by that day, and we just realized it's way too far from where we were at. And we were like, let's just stop in Daytona for the night. Got up early in the morning, and you can drive your car on the beach. And so we did. There was no one out there. And, there's a spot where you're allowed to drive your car on the beach, and they would do like cruises. So it's something I never experienced. So that was kind of cool.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
That's a new bucket list thing for me. That's cool.
Yeah. So like the sun was coming up, and we just drove the car on the beach. Yeah. It was kind of cool. Yep.
Yeah, that is cool. I've horseback rode on the beach, which was an
never did that.
absolute just joy. Oh, it was so cool in the water.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I've never driven a car on a beach. Ooh.
Yeah, no, I've never ridden a horse on a beach.
That's really cool.
I've ridden a horse through canyons in Colorado, which was great, and then in West Virginia on that same trip where I went on the whitewater rafting. But oddly enough, now that I think about it, in Colorado, I did horseback riding and whitewater rafting, and in West Virginia, I did horseback riding. And
it's so weird because for me, whitewater rafting is not even on the list of things I would care to do. It just, to me, it just seems like a combination of roller coaster and, oh God, we're all going to die.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't like to do any of that stuff. Yeah. So Idaho, next on the list, Texas, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania is the best.
Pennsylvania. Okay.
There's a lot of stuff to do with the Dutch or something. I don't know.
No, that was on the way to New York from Illinois. That was my trip, and whew, that was one very long state.
All right.
Yeah.
So I did all that, but that's not even my poll question for today, because I saw this question and it blew my mind, and I've been wanting to ask it for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
5% of American adults have never visited another U.S. state. They've spent their whole life in the one state that they were born in.
Oh, no.
So I'm dying to know if there's actual people like that in the world.
Oh.
So that is my poll question today, or our
There
poll
can't
question
be anybody
today.
around here like that, right? I mean, Illinois is 5 minutes away from here. Ohio is.
I don't know. So that's my question.
Wow.
That's my question.
All right. Illinois. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay.
Have you ever visited another state? That's our poll question today. Have you ever gone to another state?
Oh,
Yes or
that's
no?
the way you asked it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I would have
you
said,
ever-
how many states have you?
I think we've
Have
done
you
that
been to?
before.
Have
Did
you?
we? Yeah.
Okay.
But
Got it.
But I was stunned by the idea that there's people that have never gone to another state. 5% of people. So I want to know. So Mel says,
5%.
yeah.
That's a lot
I-
to
I-
me.
that
I would
have
have
never
taken
left.
the under
yeah.
on that.
Wow. Mel says, good morning. I think I told you before, we had a motorhome, and my favorite road trip was to Utah. Absolutely beautiful. She loved it. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. We got to take a break. We'll be back, I hope.
Summer's heating up, so don't let your goals cool down. At St. Joseph's College in Rensselaer, you can get hands-on training in healthcare, trades, commercial driving, or veterinary care. Whether you're a recent grad or a career changer, we've got a program for you. Summer start dates are set for June, July, and August, and seats are filling up fast. Don't wait. Visit stjo.edu to enroll today. Start here and go anywhere.
Did you know that Jasper County REMC offers scholarships for local students along with fun and educational opportunities throughout the year? Whether it's learning about how state government runs and how bills become laws, to fun and educational camps along with life-changing educational adventures. To find out more about the opportunities Jasper County REMC provides for local students, visit jasperremc.com and click on the Community tab and then select Student Opportunities.
Hello?
Hey, man. I need your help.
Doing what?
Well, see, I'm clearing out the garage and I need help loading my truck and taking the junk to the landfill. It should only be 3 or maybe 4 or 5 or 6 trips.
Just get a dumpster from Patriot Dumpster Service instead. It'll be faster.
A dumpster? Oh, I don't want to spend a lot on this.
Not so fast, my friend. Patriot Dumpster Service has very reasonable and competitive rates. Plus, they'll help you get the right size dumpster for your job. They drop it off, you fill it up, and they'll come back and take it away. No fuss, no muss.
How do I get a hold of them?
Just go to patriotdumpster.in and click on Book Now. Pick the dates you need the dumpster for, and it's yours for up to 14 days.
Well, that sounds easy.
Oh, it is, and you don't have to worry about scratching up your truck and getting hurt with all that loading and unloading.
Thanks. So when are you coming over?
I gotta go.
I wish my friends were as dependable as Patriot Dumpster Service.
Let the friendly and reliable team at Patriot Dumpster Service, a family-owned and operated company that puts their customers first. Patriot Dumpster Service, serving Valpo to Monticello and Catlin to Wanata and all points in between. You can trust Patriot Dumpster Service to handle your waste management needs with integrity, reliability, and a genuine dedication to your satisfaction. Visit them today at patriotdumpster.in.
There's exciting news for farmers in the Illiana area. Peterson Ag Service is thrilled to be your local Ag Leader dealer, bringing you the latest in precision farming technology. Ag Leader offers a full farm solution from cab to cab, season to season, bringing productivity to every corner of your operation. Sink it, steer it, plant it, apply it, harvest it, manage it. There's only one way to do it all. Ag Leader. Let Peterson Ag Service show you how. Call us today, 765-314-3276 to learn more.
Rensselaer Iron and Metal is the picture of going green. Recycling metals is what they do. Keeping the metal business right here in the good old USA is what they're all about. Giving top dollar for your scrap iron not only helps keep your community clean, but it keeps our jobs and steel industry going strong. Remember, when you take your scrap to Rensselaer Iron and Metal, you're supporting your own economy. Rensselaer Iron and Metal, where your trash turns into cash.
Rensselaer, classic rock lives here. 97.7 FM WLQI. The Q. Touhyville. 2 Touhies, no waiting.
What's the fuss? Tell me what's happening. What's the fuss? Tell me what's happening. What's the fuss? Tell me what's happening. What's the fuss? Tell me what's happening.
All right, let's dive right into what's happening. A city in China set a record with a 12,000 drone light show.
Oh, that must have been wild.
Yeah. The record that was set was the world's largest gathering of people going, oh. A Russian billionaire claims he fathered over 100 children. His name, Nikolai Cannon. Kim Kardashian has been cast in the live-action Bratz doll movie. In order to make her look more like a plastic doll, makeup artists have done nothing. Left her the same. Martin Kove, who played the bad sensei in Karate Kid.
Oh, boy, this guy.
Yeah, kicked out of a fan convention for biting an actress. He went from sweep the leg to teeth the arm. Teeth the arm. Teeth the arm. The Edge of U2 is officially an Irish citizen. The reason I bring that up is because it always blows my mind.
Wait, he wasn't Irish to begin with?
I guess not. Guess not. But it always blows my mind. Man, 63 years old, still wants to be called The Edge. And I always think about, because at some point, The Edge, Bono, they had real names. That's at some point they walked into band practice. There's only 3 guys in the band. And Bono's like, all right, call me Bono from now on. Your name's Paul. No, it's Bono.
Is his name Paul?
I think so. Yeah. And
He's Bono. That's wow.
and then the other guy is The Edge. And so they're like, all right, we're all going to do cool names. And the bassist is like, I'm just going to stay Adam. I'm going to be Adam. So if you look up U2, it's Bono, The Edge, and Adam. He's like, he's just like, guys, do
we really have to do this?
Say Edge? The Edge. Really? Like, so like I'm heading
the Adam.
So I'm hearing
the Adam.
Right. I'm handing you a beer. I got to go, here, The Edge, have a beer. Like, I got to do that. It's a little weird. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Can you do like here, edgy?
Yeah, like I would. I would have to mess with them. Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger says he was once in a feud with Sylvester Stallone. Of course, The Biggest Loser, the English language. Two of them arguing.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, Kathy Griffin turned down an offer to host The View. That is the answer to the question. I wonder if The View could be more annoying. That would be the way. Yeah.
That's what we call a close call, folks.
Yeah, I can't watch it now, but
right.
Yeah, couldn't imagine Kathy Griffin having a conversation with Joy Behar. Like, yeah. All right, let's take a break. We come back. We got Frank with sports. We got Find the Big Deal with Stragan Van Til, and plenty of fun. Mo Egan coming up in the next hour from the Good Samaritan Food Pantry. So lots of fun.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 27th through July 7th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
97.7 FM, WLQI, Rensselaer.
Separate Check of News. This Check of News brought to us by Ned Tonner, attorney at law, located across from Milroy Park in Rensselaer. Here's Russ Martin.
The Jasper County Sheriff's Department reported that a Hispanic male from Colombia was charged with auto theft after they were alerted that the vehicle may be in the area last Sunday. A press release issued yesterday by the Sheriff's Department said the driver of the car was located at a retail gasoline franchise. According to the press release, the man, Carlos Ortiz Hurtado, told law enforcement that he was in the country illegally and that he requested U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, be contacted as he wished to return to his home country in South America. Additionally, we found out from another source that the arrest took place at a business off of State Road 10 at Interstate 65 and that the man reportedly had driven to the area from Texas. A Stark County man, Ronald Bub McDaniel, was reported missing last Saturday and was found deceased this past Monday afternoon. McDaniel was from North Judson, and a member of a search party found the man deceased on a property in Pulaski County. The sheriff of Pulaski County, Chris Schramm, stated the investigation into the death was ongoing. Several additional first responder agencies had participated, including Porter County Search and Rescue and the Lake County Sheriff's Aviation Unit. Several other people from the area joined in the search, as well as family and friends of the deceased. The Indiana State Police continue their investigation into a Chesterton police officer-involved shooting. We told you previously that the officer, 33-year-old Nolan Mancera, was wounded, while the second man involved in the shooting, Joseph Gerber of Winnemac, was killed. Officer Mancera is at home where he is expected to make a full recovery. There was a third police officer involved as well, but he was not injured. On a previous report, we told you officers had been alerted to a man who was a guest at a hotel in Chesterton and that he was reported to be acting suspiciously. There was a confrontation that ended with gunfire. There was no timetable for the state police to complete their investigation. There was a water boil order in place for a portion of Remington. Town manager Jonathan Kripe Said the notice is for anyone connected to Remington's town water system along County Road 1600 South. Also, all of Meadow North Subdivision and any home south of Meadow North Subdivision that is north of Carpenter Creek and west of US 231. Kripe said a map of the affected area can be found on the Town of Remington Facebook page. The boil order in this area of Remington is until further notice. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe and well, everyone. I'm Russ Martin.
Are you facing a difficult family law decision involving a dissolution or a post-dissolution matter? Hi, this is Ned Tonner. Family law can be extremely challenging. For over 25 years, I've helped clients navigate through life's difficult times. We meet, identify issues, take action steps, and discuss and set up a plan. Call me today to discuss your case.
Ned Tonner, attorney at law, is located on West Washington Street in Rensselaer, across from Milroy Park. Call 866-8888 to schedule your appointment. Local obituaries are sponsored by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Respect, dignity, compassion. 3 simple words, yet they mean a great deal to us. They represent those values we strive to offer each and every family we serve, just as we have for nearly 70 years. Jackson Funeral Chapels, Jackson Monuments, and Memory Garden Cemetery.
100-year-old Fern Lehman of Francisville passed away on June 22nd. Visitation will be from 3 until 7 p.m. Eastern Time today at Frame Mortuary, Quarry Albright Chapel, Francisville. Funeral services for Fern Lehman will be held at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Friday at the Francisville Apostolic Christian Church. Memorial contributions may be made to Parkview Haven Retirement Home or Apostolic Christian Harvest Hall. Burial will take place at Roseland Cemetery. Online tributes may be offered at framemortuary.com. Arrangements entrusted to Frame Mortuary, Quarry Albright Chapel, Francisville. 62-year-old Lynn Ann Conley of Monticello passed away on June 20th. Visitation will be Friday, June 27th from 4 until 8 p.m. Eastern Time at Springer Voris Draper Funeral Home of Monticello. Funeral services for Lynn Conley will be Saturday, June 28th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time at Springer Voris Draper Funeral Home with Pastor Nord Zootman officiating. Burial will follow at the Buffalo, Indiana Cemetery. 79-year-old Beverly Stick of DeMott passed away on Monday, June 23rd. A visitation for Beverly Stick will be held at Jackson Funeral Service of DeMott on Saturday, June 28th from 9 a.m. until the time of service at 11 a.m. with Chaplain Richard Stoll officiating. Interment will be at Holland Cemetery, Jackson Funeral Service of DeMott, entrusted with the arrangements. 64-year-old Donna Zakowski of Hebron, formerly of DeMott, passed away on June 24th. Visitation will be held at Jackson Funeral Service, DeMott, on Sunday, June 29th, from 3 until 7 p.m. Funeral services for Donna Zakowski will be held at Jackson Funeral Service of DeMott on Monday, June 30th, at 10 a.m., with Roger DeYoung officiating. Interment will follow at Holland Cemetery. Jackson Funeral Service of DeMott has been entrusted with the arrangements. Melissa Missy Whaley passed away on May 23rd. A celebration of life for Missy Whaley will be held on Thursday, July 3rd at the Highland Barn venue from 4 until 8 p.m. Casual attire is welcome. The family said there will be food, fun, and live entertainment. Area funeral arrangements brought to you by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Weather sponsored by Rensselaer Care Center, recently named by Newsweek one of America's best nursing homes.
Today, scattered showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny with a high near 90. Heat index values as high as 99. Tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms continue, mainly before 1 a.m. Partly cloudy with a low around 74. Friday, showers and thunderstorms on and off throughout the day, mostly sunny, muggy, and windy with a high near 88. Heat index values as high as 96. Friday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms all evening and into Saturday morning. Mostly cloudy with a low around 69. Saturday, well, what do you know? More showers and thunderstorms continue throughout the day. Mostly sunny with a high near 85. Saturday night, mostly clear with a low around 68.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
The Hoosier Lottery is here to add more play to your day.
Me?
All of you. And thanks to you, we've given back more than $7 billion to good causes across our state since 1989.
All right.
There's so much to play for. Hoosier Lottery, champions of play. Play responsibly.
Welcome to Touhyville, 97.7 The Q and 98 Gold. It's time for a look at sports. It's brought to us by our friends over at Nitco. Visit nitco.com today and find out how you can get high-speed internet for your home or your business.
A pleasant Thursday. Here's your sports. I'm Frank Frankel. Starting off with the NBA draft, round one last night taking place in Brooklyn. The Bulls selecting 12th overall, taking 18-year-old French power forward Noah Essengay at 6'9", 194 pounds. Essengay recently played professionally in Germany, where he averaged 12.4 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 1.4 steals per game, averaging almost 24 minutes over a span of 18 Euro Cup games. A couple of Illinois players taken in back-to-back picks. First at 20, the Miami Heat grabbed Kasparis Yakuchonis, a guard forward who leaves the college game after his freshman year, averaging 15 points per game and almost 32 minutes per contest. Yakuchonis also earned all Big Ten freshman team and all Big Ten third team honors. The next pick at 21, also an Illinois freshman, guard forward Will Riley, headed to the Washington Wizards. Riley played in 35 games this past season for the Illini, started 9, averaging 12.6 points and almost 26 minutes per game. At number 1, the Dallas Mavericks selecting Cooper Flagg, the 18-year-old collegiate star out of Duke, who averaged 19.2 points and 7.5 rebounds per game, having played in 37 games. It's the second and final round of the NBA draft tonight. Also in Brooklyn, Bulls hold the 45th pick. Pacers have 2 picks at 54, but also trading with the San Antonio Spurs yesterday to move up to 38. Pacers shipping to the Spurs a future second-round pick and cash considerations. Major League Baseball, White Sox avoiding a 3-game sweep, holding off the Arizona Diamondbacks 7-3 at Wright Field yesterday afternoon. White Sox getting a big display from Lenyn Sosa at the plate. 4 runs driven in on 3 hits, 2 home runs, and a single. Sean Burke picks up his first win since May 23rd, 7 Ks, 2 walks over 5 innings. White Sox off today after dropping the first 2 in their 4-game set with the host St. Louis Cardinals. The Cubs taking plenty of frustration yesterday on the Cardinals and blanking them by a final of 8-0. Ian Happ setting the tone on the game's first pitch, a leadoff homer off Cardinals starter Eric Fedde. Happ would bring in 2 more runs on a 4th-inning single. Cubs also going yard courtesy of Reese McGuire with a man on in the second, then a solo shot from Michael Tucker in the third. Left-hander Matthew Boyd bumps his record to 7-3, just 3 hits allowed, no walks. The Cubs starter going 6 innings. Cubs and Cardinals close out this 4-game set and afternoon finale, which will see the return of Shota Imanaga to the rotation. The Cubs all-star lefty out since early May with a left hamstring strain. Recently had a rehab start at AAA Iowa. WNBA back home from a 3-game Western road trip. The Fever take to the floor at Gainbridge Fieldhouse against the Los Angeles Sparks. Fever waving yesterday veteran guard forward Dawana Bonner, who has sat out the last 5 games, citing personal reasons. And that's a look at your sports for this Thursday. I'm Frank Sprankle.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all 3? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
Let's play Find the Big Deal with Stragon Man Till. Give me a call, 219-866-4104. We're looking for the price today on seedless watermelon on sale at Stragon Man Till. 219-866-4104. Let me know the price on seedless watermelon. You'll be entered in for a chance to win that $50 gift card from Stragon Man Till and Touhyville.
Ugh. Kitchen ants, runaway roaches, a spider. Relax. Just use Zevo. Zevo insect killer sprays use a powerful blend of mint and rosemary to eliminate those pests and up to 20 other bug types. Plus, Zevo is safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Just spray the bugs and wipe them away. Zevo, people friendly, bug deadly.
4th of July savings are here at the Home Depot, so it's time to get your grilling on. Pick up the Traeger Pro Series 22-pellet grill and smoker, now on special buy for $389, was $549. Smoke a rack of ribs or bake an apple pie, this grill is versatile enough to do it all. This summer, no matter how you like your steaks, your barbecues are guaranteed to be well done. Celebrate 4th of July with fast free delivery on select grills right now at the Home Depot. Subject to availability.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-473-9933. 800-473-9933. 800-473-9933.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Congratulations to Rich in Rensselaer. He knew that the seedless watermelon is on sale this week for $3.99 each when you use your digital rewards account. He told me he even picked one up yesterday. So he's already enjoying his seedless watermelon. You can too. Ordering groceries is easier than ever. You can order online at StragamanTill.com. Same prices as you see in the stores. Set it up for pickup or delivery. Online coupons you can use. You can use reward points. You gain reward points. Stragaman Till. Life made simple. Food made easy. Visit StragamanTill.com. All right. Your second chance to get registered for that $50 gift card is up on the WLQI and 98 Gold Facebook pages. Head over there. Comment with the price on the same item. You'll be entered in for a chance to win. We'll draw the winner of that $50 gift card to Stragaman Till on Friday. Good luck.
Recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Home Improvement Guru. We're in the lightning round. The winner of this round will be the grand prize winner. So let's go. What hardware store has been serving Rensselaer and the surrounding area with the goal of being your one-stop shop for all of your home improvement needs since 1987? Bill.
Kim's Hardware and Lumber?
Correct. Who has a great selection of name brand hand and power tools, paint, plumbing supplies, doors, and windows? Susie.
Kim's Hardware and Lumber, College Square, Rensselaer?
Correct. Our final question. If you call 219-204-2140 when you're looking for help with a project, they can refer you to the right person for the job. Joe.
Kim's Hardware and Lumber?
Correct. Looks like we're out of time, but with Kim's Hardware and Lumber, you're always a winner because from the roof to the basement, Kim's Hardware and Lumber, College Square, Rensselaer has you covered. Open 7 days a week. Hello.
Hey, man. I need your help.
Doing what?
Well, see, I'm clearing out the garage and I need help loading my truck and taking the junk to the landfill. It should only be 3 or maybe 4 or 5 or 6 trips.
Just get a dumpster from Patriot Dumpster Service instead. It'll be faster.
A dumpster? Oh, I don't want to spend a lot on this.
Not so fast, my friend. Patriot Dumpster Service has very reasonable and competitive rates. Plus, they'll help you get the right size dumpster for your job. They drop it off, you fill it up, and they'll come back and take it away. No fuss, no muss.
How do I get a hold of them?
Just go to patriotdumpster.in and click on Book Now. Pick the dates you need the dumpster for, and it's yours for up to 14 days.
Well, that sounds easy.
Oh, it is, and you don't have to worry about scratching up your truck and getting hurt with all that loading and unloading.
Thanks. So when are you coming over?
I gotta go.
I wish my friends were as dependable as Patriot Dumpster Service.
Let the friendly and reliable team at Patriot Dumpster Service, a family-owned and operated company that puts their customers first. Patriot Dumpster Service, serving Valpo to Monticello and Catlin to Wanata and all points in between. You can trust Patriot Dumpster Service to handle your waste management needs with integrity, reliability, and a genuine dedication to your satisfaction. Visit them today at patriotdumpster.in.
So you're telling me I can get any Quiznos 8-inch sub for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
So I can order an 8-inch Baja Chicken Club for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
Or a Black Angus Steakhouse for $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Or a French dip, or a steakhouse cheddar, or a peppercorn steak.
For $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Only at Quiznos in Wheatfield, right across from KV.
555 after 5 for any 8-inch sub at the Quiznos in Wheatfield. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Download the Quiznos app today.
Touhyville. 2 Touhies, and that's a lot of Touhy.
Wake up, it's morning.
It's Thursday.
Thursday! Must be Thursday. Can never get the hang of Thursdays.
This is going to be such an exciting day. I hope you enjoy it.
Be excited about it and have fun.
A day full of excitement.
I just know this is going to be a great day.
It's just Thursday.
Why are you so happy?
Better than the alternative.
Glasses always half full.
Of what?
Of coffee!
Let's start the show.
Welcome into Touhyville. Stephen Sherrill with you here. Good morning. It is Thursday morning. We're glad to be up with you, hanging out, having fun. Thank you for being a part of the program. Portions of which are brought to us today by the Fountain Stone Theater. Coming up in just a couple hours, 10:30. Despicable Me 4 at the Fountain Stone Theater. Free Family Film Festival. Doors open at 10. So it's brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, and of course we partner with them on the whole Free Family Film Festival. So here at Touhyville Media, we're excited to do that. So Despicable Me 4 today is what you can go see. So exciting stuff. Also, want to mention our friends over at Jasper County REMC, because you wouldn't be able to see us, hear us, if we weren't powered up by Jasper County REMC. Visit jasperremc.com. Make sure you click on Connect to find out more about their rural internet that you can get as well. All right. There's plenty of fun stuff going on here. You had mentioned this to me, I think last week even, and we just haven't had a chance to get around to it. Tinder has a new double date feature that allows you to pair up with a friend and swipe on another pair of friends.
Right.
Okay. So
Yeah,
this
I'm looking
isn't
it
as
up right
weird as I thought. I thought it was just 4 separate strangers. I kind of get this.
Yeah.
More so, I shouldn't say more so for women, but the idea of a first time you're meeting someone to have someone else there, a friend, is probably a lot safer.
Right. It's also hella awkward. I don't understand a date with the 3 of us. I don't understand that.
No.
Or the 4 of us, even. Like,
no, you don't think that makes it a little easier?
No, if I want to double date, I'll double date. But double dating comes down the line. If I'm trying to get to know you, whether or not I'm interested in you or not, I'm not bringing my friends around. Over the whole dynamic changes. I get that the whole safety thing, but I'd rather do Life 360 or tell 5 of my friends, drop a pin, here I am. You know what I mean? And be very careful. You know, I drive by myself. I don't, you know, he doesn't walk me to my car. I don't, that kind of thing. Like, yeah, I just think this is stupid because the dynamic is not the same then.
Yeah, now I get what you're saying. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Right? Would you have wanted
right
like,
on your
we
first
didn't
date?
Really know each other that well, right? Would
Right.
you have wanted like, I don't know, me to bring Kim on the or Carla?
Right. No, I get what you're saying.
And
no,
then
that makes
Carla
sense.
brings Jeff, and now we all get along really fabulously. But like, I'm trying to get to know you, and then now you're meeting not only me but 2 of my friends. Like, it to me, it's like, and then what is he gonna do? Bring his friends too? So now what are we doing? We're
That's
all
how it
meeting at a-
works. Yeah, it's each has a friend there. You know. Yeah.
Okay, so if what you're telling me is that it's not a double date, meaning I don't know both of these people, so now it's like a group of unknowns, like so it's my bestie and your bestie. That is so weird.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I didn't think this was
Or not indicative of anything where we're going to be able to like move like forward. Like I'll be like, okay, he's a nice guy, but
yeah.
that's weird.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a little weird. Yeah. Yeah, it's not what I thought.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because my first thought was, okay, so 2 people are there. It's safe. It's nicer, you know. But now I get your
The
point.
safety is
We're
a
not.
thing, but it's
You're not being totally yourself, like because your friend is there. They're throwing in things like oh, remember that time when you were yeah.
right. And then let's say best case or worst case scenario kind of thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what am I doing? I'm like telling my friend, and then you're telling your friend. If we actually do want alone time, okay, he's not a psycho. You can leave now. Like I don't.
Yeah. So it says here,
it's weird.
Tinder's new date feature, double date feature, allows you to pair up with a friend and swipe on other pairs of friends. So you're actually signed up as a pair. So that's a little weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
The feature aims to reduce the pressure of solo dating by encouraging users to connect with others in more relaxed, group-oriented environments. If two pairs match, a group chat is created, allowing for easy communication. Okay. So it's all a group thing. Yeah.
No, if I'm going to do
it's
that
weird.
and I like you, I'll be like, okay, hey, me and some of my friends are going to John Barleycorn or whatever it is in the city. Let's all meet there.
Yeah.
That's just weird.
That is weird.
To be doing it like, I mean, and I think it would attract people who want like other types of things.
Weirdo
Like, weirdo
group stuff. Yeah, that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking it was just like,
it's weird.
It was just like, I just thought my immediate thought was the safety thing. Like I just thought, okay, well then it's nice.
Yeah.
It's
but
nice.
just be careful then, period. That's why I wouldn't, I don't know. I'm not one of those to meet people online.
No.
I just think there's too much risk and too much you don't know. Like, kind of like my driver's license. Like they ask me, okay, what weight are you putting on? I'm still at 127. I haven't been 127 since high school.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, the whole
So
online dating
I'm
thing
not
is
gonna.
weird.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, it was nice thought.
Yeah.
I think sort of, but I think it was more on a. I don't know that I buy that it was all safety since Tinder started on how to cheat on your.
Well, that's what
spouse.
Oh, I thought that was. Is that how?
Or is
Tinder
that
started?
Bumble? I thought Tinder was the one that you.
I thought that was Ashley Madison. I remember that.
No, I thought Tinder was
the same thing.
literally for that reason.
Oh, maybe it was. I
Let
thought
me look this
I thought it was just for hooking up. So I didn't know it was for dating. So here's how it works. Pair up. Users can invite up to 3 friends to join them in a double date feature. That's weird. Swipe together. Once paired, the group will see other double date features in the main card stack. I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
Match and chat. If 2 pairs match, a group chat opens, allowing all 4 users to talk and connect. So yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
By the way, Christopher and Danny both say good morning. Good morning, folks. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it.
And guess who's here? Maureen.
I know.
Mo.
I know.
Come on
yeah,
in.
Yeah.
As she dances her way into
all
the
right.
studio.
All right. You can come on in. Very nice. Very nice. We're excited to have you in here.
Yes.
Let me get you all set up on camera here.
Oh, I thought you were going to take a break.
Most taller than expected. So I can do that. Yeah. Why don't I take the break and then we'll get ourselves situated. That's a much better way. I've only been doing this 30 years, so I'm still trying to learn. I'm still trying to figure out how.
And I don't know what I'm doing. So I always take a break when I'm. There's no coordination here.
All right, we'll be back.
Weather is brought to you by Jasper County REMC.
Today, scattered showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny with a high near 90. Heat index values as high as 99. Tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms continue, mainly before 1 a.m. Partly cloudy with a low around 74. Friday, showers and thunderstorms on and off throughout the day, mostly sunny, muggy, and windy with a high near 88. Heat index values as high as 96. Friday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms all evening and into Saturday morning. Mostly cloudy with a low around 69. Saturday, well, what do you know? More showers and thunderstorms continue throughout the day. Mostly sunny with a high near 85. Saturday night, mostly clear with a low around 68.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
When their country asked them to serve, they served their country. Now it's our turn to support our veterans. Make your plans now to be at Goodstock Operation Restoring Hope Music Festival, Saturday, August 16th in Goodlands Foster Park. The mission of this day-long music festival is to support the Jasper Newton Veterans Assistance Fund that provides assistance to veterans and their families in Jasper and Newton counties that are facing financial hardship. The day starts with a pancake breakfast at 8 a.m., followed by a motorcycle flag escort ride to honor our military heroes. Gates open at 1:30 with plenty of food, community vendors, and a day of unforgettable live music, highlighted by performances from Lindsay Lau, the Jason Wells Band, the Y Store, and Rock America. Buy your tickets online at goodstockmusicfestival.eventbrite.com or at the gate. For more information and sponsorship information, visit goodstockmusicfestival.com or email them at info@goodstockmusicfestival.com. Goodstock, Operation Restoring Hope Music Festival, Saturday, August 16th in Goodlands Foster Park. Help support America's heroes.
Season to season, cab to cab, Ag Leader connects your entire farm. Ag Leader makes it easy to seamlessly connect your equipment and devices year-round and help you tackle farm decisions on the go, 24/7. Peterson Ag Service is your local Ag Leader dealer. Contact us at 765-314-3276 to get your full farm solution. There's only one way to do it all. Ag Leader.
Find new roads with Model 1 Chevrolet of Kentland. It's all the same great people that you've worked with for years with new ownership. They're getting new inventory daily. Now is a fantastic time to get to Model 1 Chevrolet of Kentland for your new car, truck, or SUV. Plus, their great service department ensures a smooth ride every time. Drive home in a Chevy today and become part of the Model 1 Chevrolet of Kentland family. Their commitment goes beyond just selling cars. It's all about community service and ensuring your ride is as unique as you. Visit Model 1 Chevrolet of Kentland.com. Model 1 Chevrolet of Kentland. Find new roads.
So you're telling me I can get any Quiznos 8-inch sub for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
So I can order an 8-inch Baja Chicken Club for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
Or a Black Angus Steakhouse for $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Or a French dip, or a steakhouse cheddar, or a peppercorn steak.
For $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Only at Quiznos in Wheatfield, right across from KV.
$5.55 after 5 for any 8-inch sub at the Quiznos in Wheatfield. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Download the Quiznos app today.
Well, Jeff, the news seems to be full of supply chain issues, delayed shipping, rising prices, and inflation. How's that affecting us here at Bjork's Fine Jewelry?
Honestly, Liz, not in the least bit. Our prices are sharp as ever. You can compare the mega box stores, the internet, or even the big city diamond districts, and you still won't find the deals we offer.
Well, that will make our customers very happy, but I've heard that many businesses are struggling to find product and maintain inventories.
Not here at Bjork's Fine Jewelry. We work very hard with our suppliers to make sure diamonds, gemstones, and jewelry continue to arrive and keep our selection fresh and exciting.
So let me get this straight. Our customers can stroll into Bjork's and still get unbeatable prices, top-notch quality, first-class service, and the area's largest inventory to make the perfect jewelry choice?
You summed that up pretty well, Liz. But don't forget, we also have the area's largest selection of coins and precious metals bullion. Some dealers have really struggled to source sufficient quantities, but here at Bjork's, we are fully stocked.
You know, Jeff, we're pretty lucky to have been serving the Lafayette community for over 75 years.
Shop smart, shop Bjork's, Bjork's.com.
Did you know that Jasper County REMC offers scholarships for local students along with fun and educational opportunities throughout the year? Whether it's learning about how state government runs and how bills become laws, to fun and educational camps along with life-changing educational adventures. To find out more about the opportunities Jasper County REMC provides for local students, visit jasperremc.com and click on the Community tab and then select Student Opportunities.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all three? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
97.7 The Q.
Touhyville. Double the Touhies, double the fun.
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Guess what time it is?
Well, what time is it?
It's time to get some.
Get some! Get some! Get some! Get some!
Some what? Some what? Get some coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And then
We can start.
we can start. Go to the show.
Welcome into Touhyville. Stephen Trail with you here, having fun on a delightful Thursday morning. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us here in Touhyville. We appreciate it. Portions of which are brought to us by Kirpsey Head Start. Visit KIRPC.net to find out more about what KIRPC Head Start does for kids ages 3 to 5 in Newton, Jasper, and Pulaski counties. Also, want to mention our friends over at Model 1 Chevrolet of Kentland. Customer satisfaction is number one. They are your trusted Chevrolet dealership in Kentland. Visit Model 1 Chevrolet of Kentland.com. All right. And we are excited to welcome into the program Maureen Mo Egan from the Good Samaritan Food Pantry. Good morning, Mo. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
We are so glad to have you here. I know I placed your microphone just in a regular spot. You can move it wherever you want to make it a little easier for you.
We would like to hear from your belly
I
button
didn't.
now.
I didn't set the plan as you being as tall as you are. You're so I just guesstimated. So but
plus we have they just work their way.
Sometimes they do, yeah. But I think we're getting better. So,
Yeah.
So we're excited. First of all, we asked you to come in because we were
Yay.
given a really cool community service award yesterday by the Indiana Broadcasters Association
Yes.
because of teaming up with you and doing an entire campaign of commercials over the last year on one, awareness that you're there for people that are in need,
Mm-hmm.
and two, awareness so people that have more can help. I'm sure it's obviously means a ton to you, to me and to us here at the radio station. We just think in the country in general that there shouldn't be anybody that goes hungry. We're a rich enough country. We're all doing well enough or enough of us are doing well enough that no one should ever have to worry about food. And it's unfortunate that they do, but thankfully places like the Good Samaritan Food Pantry make it possible to help folks. So thank you.
You bet. We're happy to be there for everyone.
So there's so many things to dive into.
The thing I know that when we talked about it at first, because we kind of talk about different organizations and how we can help and how they're structured and and in choosing, because there's so much need, it's difficult.
Mhm.
This was not difficult
No.
to choose to be like helping this
Mhm.
organization, just because it's all volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
And when I heard that, my eyeballs fell out of my head, because there's just so much that needed to be done on any given day, and that comes from people who are sheerly donating their time.
Right.
And I don't know people that have like a lot of time, but you guys make that work with your committed, people who are donating their time. I mean, just your volunteers are
Right.
spectacular.
They're fabulous.
Yeah.
And we get a number of them, there's a rotation of churches in the community that
Mhm.
help, and they adopt it 2 times a year, two months a year,
Mhm.
and they'll send us volunteers. And then we have some people who are retirees
Mhm.
giving their time. And then there's another group that I have. It's kind of a rotation. Like Farm Credit has adopted us, and they're a part of a Thursday rotation. So
Huh.
once every 7 weeks, they send one of their staff members comes to help. And then I have some other friends in town. Maybe they're still working, but they have the flexibility to just come in for 2 hours. So we've got Tom Zimmer, one of our volunteers, recently said, 7 is our magic number, for all the different stations that we have right now. So there's at least, 7 people that we try to have, 7 volunteers that we try to have every time we're open.
Are you short volunteers now?
Well, we're doing okay. I know. I mean, some of the churches do struggle.
Okay.
Not as many people in the pews or aging congregations. So we do need to keep that pipeline filled.
Going.
Mhm.
Okay. And how do they reach out to, do they reach out to you to sign up, or if
Definitely.
an organization like ours, I didn't even know that we could actually add a rotation spot and just send our employees over to help out at specific times?
Sure. You could always contact me.
Okay.
My cell number is 219-863-3249.
Okay.
But our contact information is also in the window. If you happen to be driving by Pizza King, it's there.
Okay.
And since we last spoke, we now have a website that's up and running, and our contact information is on the website.
Okay.
And the website is GSFP Rensselaer, spelled out.
So good.
.org.
Good Samaritan.
It's just GSF.
Right, but
GSFP.
GSFP, if you're like, ooh, was that GPSF or whatever it is, it's Good Samaritan Food Pantry.
Correct.
GSFP, Rensselaer.
.org.
Okay.
But it has our eligibility information on there. It has contact information. There's also a donate button for monetary gifts support. And then we also have I shared with you before the list of suggested items, food items and household goods that people could donate. That's all found on the website. So it helps people find a way of how to help. And so one of those, if somebody wants to volunteer, certainly get in touch with Jeremy Cruz, our president, or me.
Okay.
And both of us are listed there on the website with our emails and our cell phone numbers.
Excellent. Okay. All right. And then I know that we had talked about this last time because has it been a year now? Yeah.
Yeah, kind of close to
in
it.
your new digs. Okay. And I remember you got your new freezer.
And fridge. Walk-in. It's more than just a freezer and fridge. They're walk-in.
Wow.
It's
Yeah, I mean, you've
awesome.
just grown in leaps and bounds to be able to handle the community. Now, that's all good news. Tell me about, unfortunately, I think the numbers are going up, correct, on the need, which would only make sense because this is the first time in my life when I go to the grocery store and you actually have to budget, and you don't necessarily get, or in my life, that I didn't necessarily get whatever I want because everything is so expensive.
Might not be able to buy all the brands that you once
can't
loved.
buy
Go
everything.
go for the house brand.
Yeah. Or just you can't do everything you want to do all the time. So I mean, Steve and I, it's only us in the household, but I think, oh my gosh, if I had the littles in the household and they were in school, so I need the snackies and the this and the stuff to go and then the stuff for here and dinner every night and so
well, and I sent you some information of, when we were just kind of, hey, let's catch up what's been happening. And in the first 4 months of 2025, from January through April, we've seen an 80% increase in our expenses. Some of that with the prices in the store, and some of it also with an increase in the service numbers. And I shared those service numbers with you, but these first 6 months of this year, if you noticed in that report, we have doubled.
Yeah, I saw
from
that.
this point last year. So some of that, we've got 3 times the square footage in our new location. I think, it's much more visible as a location, and it's very accessible. But there is a real situation going on, a real crisis of food insecurity here in our community, many local communities. So, I feel very fortunate that we're here to be able to help, but there's a real crisis out there.
Well, and didn't I hear some of the programs that allowed for summer food programs and stuff were cut completely, or so has that impacted?
Mhm. We're starting to see some of it. There's some other items that are under consideration, that could be on the chopping block. So we are at what's called a TFAP, food pantry, and that's part of the Emergency Food Assistance Program. And, that could be facing cuts. Then there's also SNAP, which was formerly known as food stamps, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. That there are cuts that could be happening, and I think there's many times when I have to ask the question when we register people, do you receive WIC or SNAP? And sometimes no, my benefits were cut. So it's happening to individuals, but as for the overall program, there's still kind of a precarious future. But one of the programs that has already faced cuts is a USDA program, that was supporting farmers, that was supplying food to food pantries and even to fresh produce and items to schools. They have been facing cuts already.
Boy, yeah, it just makes me sad.
And
I don't, because I can't imagine going hungry. It's a basic need. It's not.
Mm-hmm. And I was going with kind of that a trickle down effect. We deal when we spoke last, we'd gotten a grant from ConAgra.
Yeah,
if you remember that, and
yes.
the Healthy Harvest 365, we were able to buy fresh produce and that's supporting local farmers, local growers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, those growers and producers work through region routes, but even so, even their funding, has been getting cut, and so it just everybody is just kind of nervous and you're kind of waiting for what's going to happen next.
Right. So how can we help, or how can the public help on every level?
Well, certainly, continue to organize food drives and household item drives. So often, when school's in session, there's lots of school clubs that are doing that, or churches or organizations. If you have an event, maybe instead of an admission fee, you have people, bring a canned good or something to donate to the food pantry. Certainly monetary donations help. And as I mentioned before, now with our website, we do have the donate button. And I think while I can do a little shout out here on air, I would like to give thanks to Brooke Kurtz, who donated all of her time to create and design the website, and then give me a few tutorials and then some, so that I could become the webmaster behind the scenes. But that was such a great donation.
Yeah, that's a huge donation. And that just shows like it doesn't have to be all monetary. Monetary helps, but you also need non-monetary, like antiperspirant and all that stuff. You could be the Dollar General manager who has a stack of stuff that you don't know what to do with.
Yeah,
Maureen would be happy to, I mean, to connect with you.
Not to get too personal, but I mean, think about the price of feminine hygiene
Right.
products and how expensive
Absolutely.
that is.
And you don't have a choice on that.
Yep.
It's not,
So, those are wonderful things. And when we talk about donations, like of food items and household items, there is a donation box that's outside, because I know sometimes people think, oh, well, I'm at work during the day and I can't get there when the food pantry is open. But if you're not already aware, there's a large, kind of like an outdoor box that you would put on your deck or your patio or something. But it's a big storage box. It's clearly marked with a sign, but you can drop off your items anytime. And we check that daily. And there's something else that we're always in need of, and that's brown grocery bags. So that's what we, for if you go to the store, don't be throwing those away. Bring them to us and, place those in that bin outside, because we go through those like nobody's business. So we're always in need of that. And that doesn't cost, other than what it cost you at the grocery store to get that bag. That's another great way of supporting us.
Now you're saying the paper bags, right? You don't want the plastic garbage bag, or the plastic Strax bags and
Walmart
things.
bags and stuff.
Yeah.
We keep thinking about our processes at the food pantry and just trying to become a little bit more and more efficient, just because when we get people that we don't want them to have a long wait time. And so one of those things is how we package. And we were kind of stuffing paper bags inside a plastic bag for durability, but then we're like, you know what? The bags aren't going to rip the paper. And so we're now going to switch to just using entirely paper.
Just the paper.
Which, as a tree hugger, it makes me a little happier, a bit more environmentally friendly. But we do have if we do happen to need plastic, we've got plenty of plastic.
Gotcha.
But it's just the paper is what we're going to start consuming much more of.
Okay. Yeah, that's it's good to know, because when you go to the store, they just ask paper or plastic. So if paper is going to help more people, why not go that way?
You bet.
Christopher just asked, what about clean boxes? Do you guys ever need those?
We don't need boxes.
Okay.
But thank you for the question, Christopher.
Yeah. So then now I have a question about the box out front. So obviously, everything you're donating is non-perishables and things like that, even though I know you said you check daily. I think sometimes, and in my own head, people think, well, if I don't buy a bag of groceries, like, I feel silly just running over and throwing in, a couple of cans or something like that. But everything is welcome, right? Like, do whatever you can that fits into your budget. Even if you're at the grocery store and you're like, I see that pasta's on sale, 10 for 10. So you can grab a couple and throw them in the box on the way home. You don't have to wait until you can buy a big bag of groceries, which I know Strack does a lot of times in the year, where you can just buy a bag and drop it off. You don't have to wait for that, though. Anything you can do is always helpful, I would assume, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I know just a few weeks ago, Bob Souza had noticed that, cereal, there was some particular brand variety was on sale for just over $1 a box. And so, he asked all of us, hey, if you get go to the store. So the volunteers who were there that day, many of them went and bought a bag full of, boxes of cereal and brought it back.
Now, is this a sugar cereal? Are you governed by any rules or anything?
We don't have those rules.
Okay.
I mean, sugar cereals are kind of popular, but there's also very healthy ones. So
that's
Cheerios,
our dinner. No, I'm kidding.
Cheerios, Rice Krispies, anything. Because we do have even those who might have health issues, diabetics. So we need to have both options. Maybe your children might want sugary cereals, but there's other people who come in and for dietary reasons, they need non-sugar, healthier cereals for their own diet.
Okay. Well, I'm going to suggest something in a second because this is how spontaneous I am. But do you have anything else that we did not cover for you?
I do.
Yes.
Okay. I have a very important thing to mention. So I mentioned a moment ago the name Bob Souza.
Yes.
And I want to give a big special thank you to him. Bob just stepped down as our president. I can't even begin to tell you how many years he's been leading the food pantry, and he took the reins from Arnold Brosh, who was so dedicated to it for many years. But Bob has been our president since 2016. And I don't know if he told the post office, just list the food pantry as my new address, because every time I would drive by, he's there. It could be any day of the week. But he has just been such a faithful servant and done so much for the community. And it was just nice to see. We put something on Facebook with a photo for his retirement. It was just so nice to see the comments from people in the community. So, if you're thinking about donations, maybe one of the things, if you've appreciated what Bob has done, think about doing a gift in his honor to the food pantry for those years of service. I know he's going to stay on and volunteer and do some maybe we drive to many places to pick up.
I was
going
to say, I see him everywhere.
Go to Bailey's, go to Aldi,
Mhm.
and some of these. He's always if there's anybody who could be a great contestant on your game show of what's the price of this at the store,
Right.
Bob could tell you that in 10 different locations. So we are just so grateful for all that he's done and will continue to do. And Jeremy Cruz, who's kind of, Bob's been mentoring him all along, and Jeremy puts in a ton of hours, as does his wife Rena as our treasurer. But just without these people kind of working there in the background, we would just be at such a loss.
Yeah.
And so we just thank the good Lord, say our prayers every day in gratitude for these people, and wishing Jeremy the best of luck as president.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff, and thank you to Bob for so many years of doing that as the president. So,
so here's what I think we do.
Oh, you had a thing.
Ready?
Sorry.
You're gonna love it. I know you're gonna love it.
All right.
We're gonna take 10 callers by name, and those 10 callers for Bob Souza, because we're celebrating all that he's given.
Okay.
We're gonna give a family 4-pack to Indiana Beach, but what you have to do is donate. Let's say, what do you need right now? 3 boxes of cereal apiece.
Cereal's great. Canned fruit.
Or canned fruit. Okay.
It's a good one.
So you can kind of, we need 3 items for each of the 10 callers, and you're going to get 4 tickets to Indiana Beach when you come here to drop off those items, and then we'll get those items to you.
That's awesome.
How's that? Unless you want to do it where I give you 40 tickets to Indiana Beach and you have them come drop them off directly to you. And at that point, you give them.
If that makes your life easier,
doesn't matter to me.
Well, it's got to be when someone's there, where we're here more often, I think. So,
okay.
I love when you come up with ideas that twist my brain right now on the radio, and
but
I don't
all
know.
we'll need is
Am I ineligible to get passes to Indiana Beach?
No, I'm sure we can find you to be a winner.
We can get.
No, I'm kidding.
So, all right.
But yeah, do we want to take the 10 names, give her the 10 names, and they'll drop the things at her, and then she'll give them the tickets?
No, I think we do it here.
Do it here?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So,
you got it.
All right, we'll take a break, and then 219-866-4104. We'll take those 10 callers.
Got to be prepared with 3 items. You got to bring us 3 items.
And I'll just say, it can be anything. I know we were just talking.
Okay.
We were talking about some items, but everything's appreciated. So if you find a great sale, I'm not a big fan of beets. So hey, everybody out there, don't bring beets.
All right, Mo, thank you so much for coming in this morning. I appreciate it.
Thank you for all of your help.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get to pizza quiz in the next hour.
When are people calling now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It doesn't matter what I'm craving or when I'm craving it. McDonald's always has my back. Tasty, affordable, always on point. And let's talk about that under $4 McValue menu for a second, because it's honestly unmatched. With 10 faves for under $4, like the medium fries or frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry, this menu, it's everything. I can get a medium iced coffee for $2.50 and a vanilla cone for just $1. McD's always comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Fanta is a registered trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
Brad Gutwein from Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
In a small town, it's how you treat your customer. You treat everybody the way you want to be treated. It really is that simple. We have customers that we've been doing business with for 4 generations, and that is only because they trust us, we trust them, and that's the way you've got to build your business. We had to build any business.
Gutwein Motor Company in Monon has been serving the surrounding area for over 80 years.
Cars 80 years ago were pretty simple. But one thing that hasn't changed, the customer wants to feel like they're in charge of the transaction. They know what's going on, and they are comfortable with what's happening. That, I don't think, has ever changed. We always want to be upfront with the customer, tell them exactly what's happening, exactly the process that's going to happen. One thing I would like to say to everybody that has supported us over the 80 years, thank you very much. You'll like the way we do business at Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
Looking for the freshest fruits and veggies around? Come on down to the Rensselaer Farmers Market every Saturday morning from 7:30 to 11:30 at Halleck Park on Cullen Street, right across from the police station. For From local seasonal produce to fresh baked breads, sweet treats, beef, pork, and chicken, and handmade creations from local artists, there's something for everyone. When it comes to fresh fruits and vegetables, shorter time and distance from farm to table means more vitamins, more minerals, and more flavor. And don't forget, our Tuesday evening markets run during July and August from 4:30 to 6 p.m., so you can stop by after work. Cash preferred, street parking available. Eat healthy, shop local, support farmers. Only at the Rensselaer Farmers Market.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with the new Strachan Van Til to Go. It's easy to use. Register using your rewards account login and password. Fill your virtual shopping cart. Choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save money with your online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple. Food made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Progressive knows when you're in your RV, you're already on vacation. That's when you become Vacation You, who just camped where there's absolutely no shade. Even though regular you burns easily. In fact, Vacation You burns too, but is too stubborn to admit it, which is why regular you gets in trouble at the dermatologist, because Vacation You doesn't do doctors. So bundle your RV with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
97.7 FM, WLQI, Rensselaer.
Time for a Check of News. This Check of News brought to us by Steinke Funeral Home. Visit SteinkeFuneralHome.com to ensure your final wishes are respected. Here's Russ Martin.
The Jasper County Sheriff's Department reported that a Hispanic male from Columbia was charged with auto theft after they were alerted that the vehicle may be in the area last Sunday. A press release issued yesterday by the Sheriff's Department said the driver of the car was located at a retail gasoline franchise. According to the press release, the man, Carlos Ortiz Hurtado, told law enforcement that he was in the country illegally and that he requested U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, be contacted as he wished to return to his home country in South America. Additionally, we found out from another source that the arrest took place at a business off of State Road 10 at Interstate 65 and that the man reportedly had driven to the area from Texas. A Stark County man, Ronald Bub McDaniel, was reported missing last Saturday and was found deceased this past Monday afternoon. McDaniel was from North Judson, and a member of a search party found the man deceased on a property in Pulaski County. The sheriff of Pulaski County, Chris Schramm, stated the investigation into the death was ongoing. Several additional first responder agencies had participated, including Porter County Search and Rescue and the Lake County Sheriff's Aviation Unit. Several other people from the area joined in the search, as well as family and friends of the deceased. The Indiana State Police continue their investigation into a Chesterton police officer-involved shooting. We told you previously that the officer, 33-year-old Nolan Mancera, was wounded, while the second man involved in the shooting, Joseph Gerber of Winnemac, was killed. Officer Mancera is at home where he is expected to make a full recovery. There was a third police officer involved as well, but he was not injured. On a previous report, we told you officers had been alerted to a man who was a guest at a hotel in Chesterton and that he was reported to be acting suspiciously. There was a confrontation that ended with gunfire. There was no timetable for the state police to complete their investigation. There was a water boil order in place for a portion of Remington. Town manager Jonathan Kripe said the notice is for anyone connected to Remington's town water system along County Road 1600 South. Also, all of Meadow North Subdivision and any home south of Meadow North Subdivision that is north of Carpenter Creek and west of US 231. Kripe said a map of the affected area can be found on the Town of Remington Facebook page. The boil order in this area of Remington is until further notice. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe and well, everyone. I'm Russ Martin.
If you were to unexpectedly pass away, would your family know how you wanted to be remembered and completely agree on how to honor your memory? At Steinke Funeral Home of Rensselaer in Morocco, we know that differing opinions among family members can cause avoidable conflict and stress. When you pre-plan your funeral at Steinke Funeral Home, your family will know exactly what kind of funeral you want and how you want to be remembered. Call Steinke Funeral Home at 219-866-5151 or visit steinkefuneralhome.com to ensure your final wishes are respected.
Local obituaries are sponsored by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Respect, dignity, compassion. 3 simple words, yet they mean a great deal to us. They represent those values we strive to offer each and every family we serve, just as we have for nearly 70 years. Jackson Funeral Chapels, Jackson Monuments, and Memory Garden Cemetery.
100-year-old Fern Lehman of Francisville passed away on June 22nd. Visitation will be from 3 until 7 p.m. Eastern Time today at Frame Mortuary, Quarry Albright Chapel, Francisville. Funeral services for Fern Lehman will be held at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Friday at the Francisville Apostolic Christian Church. Memorial contributions may be made to Parkview Haven Retirement Home or Apostolic Christian Harvest Hall. Burial will take place at Roseland Cemetery. Online tributes may be offered at framemortuary.com. Arrangements entrusted to Frame Mortuary, Quarry Albright Chapel, Francisville. 62-year-old Lynn Ann Conley of Monticello passed away on June 20th. Visitation will be Friday, June 27th from 4 until 8 p.m. Eastern Time at Springer Voris Draper Funeral Home of Monticello. Funeral services for Lynn Conley will be Saturday, June 28th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time at Springer Voris Draper Funeral Home with Pastor Nord Zootman officiating. Burial will follow at the Buffalo, Indiana Cemetery. 79-year-old Beverly Stick of DeMott passed away on Monday, June 23rd. A visitation for Beverly Stick will be held at Jackson Funeral Service of DeMott on Saturday, June 28th from 9 a.m. until the time of service at 11 a.m. with Chaplain Richard Stoll officiating. Interment will be at Holland Cemetery, Jackson Funeral Service of DeMott, entrusted with the arrangements. 64-year-old Donna Zakowski of Hebron, formerly of DeMott, passed away on June 24th. Visitation will be held at Jackson Funeral Service, DeMott, on Sunday, June 29th, from 3 until 7 p.m. Funeral services for Donna Zakowski will be held at Jackson Funeral Service of DeMott on Monday, June 30th, at 10 a.m., with Roger DeYoung officiating. Interment will follow at Holland Cemetery. Jackson Funeral Service of DeMott has been entrusted with the arrangements. Melissa Missy Whaley passed away on May 23rd. A celebration of life for Missy Whaley will be held on Thursday, July 3rd at the Highland Barn venue from 4 until 8 p.m. Casual attire is welcome. The family said there will be food, fun, and live entertainment. Area funeral arrangements brought to you by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Weather sponsored by Rensselaer Care Center, recently named by Newsweek one of America's best nursing homes.
Today, scattered showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny with a high near 90. Heat index values as high as 99. Tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms continue, mainly before 1 a.m. Partly cloudy with a low around 74. Friday, showers and thunderstorms on and off throughout the day, mostly sunny, muggy, and windy with a high near 88. Heat index values as high as 96. Friday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms all evening and into Saturday morning. Mostly cloudy with a low around 69. Saturday, well, what do you know? More showers and thunderstorms continue throughout the day. Mostly sunny with a high near 85. Saturday night, mostly clear with a low around 68.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Morocco Classic Rock lives here. 97.7 FM WLQI.
The Q. Touhyville. Now with even more Touhy.
What day is this?
Thursday. Just remember Thursday. Thursday. Can you remember Thursday?
That's some kind of national holiday.
It's just Thursday.
It's just a regular Thursday.
We can spin it and make it into a positive.
How do we put a positive spin on this?
One day closer to death.
Nope, that's wrong.
Nope, negative.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah, that's better.
You know what happens here on Friday?
Just get through today.
Will do. It's showtime.
All right, welcome to Touhyville. Lots of craziness happening here, okay? So here's the deal. we're all over the place because I'm supposed to be doing Therapy Thursday right now.
Uh-oh.
So,
Okay.
but we didn't do pizza quiz.
Okay.
So we had the fun with Mo, and we did the which all that food is it's very important that people get that food. So,
Yes,
so that's
for
all.
sure.
So that's all good stuff. I'm all good with it. So I thought before we got into Therapy Thursday, we would do the pizza quiz,
okay,
and then we'll do our Therapy Thursday with Dr. Nikki. Now, before we confuse the heck out of everyone, you were off on Tuesday. I recorded with Dr. Nikki, so you're going to be like, wait a minute, where did Cheryl just go? But she was just here a minute ago. Where did she disappear to? So that's why.
We just wanted to prove that I wasn't the only one who needs therapy.
Oh, stop. Don't worry, I need
Right?
plenty. I've done and need plenty. So, all right. So, let's do the pizza quiz and play a little which came first.
Put on those thinking caps. It's time now for the pizza quiz, brought to you by Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer. You could win a large one-topping pizza from Rick's Pizza. Be caller number 7 at 866-4104. That's 866-4104. Be caller number 7 right now.
What sets Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer apart from the other pizza places? Rick's is locally owned. Their dough is made fresh daily and hand-tossed, not run through a machine. Cheese is grated daily. Toppings are generous, fresh, and your pizza is baked to perfection in a classic stone oven. Looking to try something different? Try a pineapple, apple butter, or barbecue pizza. Call 866-7466 to place your order. Local delivery is available. Open Tuesday through Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Rick's Pizza. Taste the difference.
All right, it's time now for the pizza quiz brought to us by Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer. Your chance to win a one large, one-topping pizza from Rick's Pizza. Hi, good morning. You're call number 7. Who's this?
Hello?
Hi, you're call number 7. Who's this?
Jessa?
Hi, Jessa. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. You weren't sure. There was a question mark on that. Are
I
you
was
sure?
like, are you sure you're Jessa?
Are you sure?
No.
You are who you are, right? All right. All right. Let's see if we can get you a pizza today. With which was first. Okay. So I just saw a story this morning about The Simpsons did a future episode showing where Marge Simpson has passed away. So I know. And The Simpsons has been on for a long time. But which came first? Friends or The Simpsons? Which went on the air first? Friends or The Simpsons? What do you think?
I know the answer to this.
I would say Simpsons.
Yes. Simpsons in 1989, Friends in 1994.
Yeah, that was a good one that there were 5 years like.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a difference there. Yeah. All right, Jessa, you
Mhm.
hold on. I'm going to send you over to Cheryl's phone so she can get your information, and we can get you a pizza quiz. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that's how we do it. We got us a winner. I'll send that over to you, and then coming up in just a minute, we'll have Therapy Thursday with Dr. Nikki.
Winners and families of winners on the Pizza Quiz are ineligible to win for 30 days. The Pizza Quiz is brought to you by Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer.
Yeah, you guys are not gonna believe what happened.
What happened? What happened?
I woke up this morning.
And?
It's Thursday.
Today is Thursday. Well, so far that is very believable.
What do you have?
Well, I brought you the greatest gift of all.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Loud early morning. Early morning. Entertainment. Well, in that case,
Entertain me.
it's showtime.
Of course, her website is stucknomore.com. If you want to find out more about Dr. Nikki Monty, she is a psychotherapist, author of multiple books, and a new one coming out soon. And we always say a teacher because she helps us learn how to deal with ourselves, because every time we turn around, here we are. So,
like that.
yes. So it's just you and I this week. Cheryl is off for those that are watching, Therapy Thursday. We record on Tuesdays. So those of you watching the show are going to go, wait a minute. Cheryl was just there a minute ago, but she wasn't on Tuesday. So good morning. How are you this morning?
I like to say these days, I am terrific under the imaginary circumstances called the world. So
yeah. It's interesting times for sure that we live in.
Interesting times.
Yes. But isn't it always? I mean, there's always something, that's.
Sometimes there's something, and sometimes there's more than something. Sometimes there's the blow up of something. It's
yes. I'm sure professionally you don't like to say, some times are crazier than other times, but they're crazier than other times.
Yes. Well, let's say they're more eventful, demanding, complicating, all of those good things, and so it's interesting globally, of course.
Yeah. All right. So we've been asking folks to send in a question. If you have a question for Dr. Nikki, maybe something you're struggling with, maybe something you see, maybe it's with you or a family member, what have you, feel free, and that we would keep it anonymous. Got a message through Facebook, and someone asked about a coworker. So they don't want us to say who it is. I mean, we live in a small area, so I get it. They said I have a coworker who seems to be extremely confident, almost overconfident with the work that they do. I think they're regularly telling everybody how much they do because they're insecure. How would I know the difference between someone being insecure and maybe needs an extra boost, or someone that's just overconfident and my extra boost is enlarging their ego?
Wow. So that's, super. So what's so interesting is that this is of any concern to this person whatsoever. Why are you worried about over boosting someone's ego? So I would first ask myself, why am I concerned about whether I'm boosting an ego that doesn't need any more boosting? Like, am I to make that judgment? Mm-hmm. What's the downside of boosting ego? Is that going to interrupt the work that we do together? Is that going to put me in a one-down position? What am I worried about, right? Because my experience in most places is that there's quite the lack of support and mutual respect. And wow, atta girl, atta boy, you did a good job today. Right. I admire you so much for the way you approach this. Or I have a lot to learn from you. Or not even that, just wow, that was impressive. So I'm not really seeing the downside of that unless when someone's doing that and they don't really believe what they're saying and they're just doing it to get a leg up or to get that person to like them because they're afraid they're not likable themselves. I think the bigger question to this listener I would have is, what are you worried about? Why is this even of concern to you?
Why does it matter? Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. Why does it matter? Do you think you'll be less if there are more? Are you worried about where's your level of confidence? Mm-hmm. So, if someone's being kind of braggadocio about things all the time, probably it comes from insecurity. There's a phrase that we use in writing and in a lot of things, really. It's show, don't tell, right? Mm-hmm. So if this person is showing, they don't need to tell you all the time how much they've done, usually. Now, we have some notable examples of people who are always saying that what they do is great, 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 and the best, best, best. Mm-hmm. And so is it true? I don't know. I mean, mm-hmm. Most of the time it isn't when someone's that inflated about their stuff? Do you think they're inflated? Is that inflation bothering you? I don't know. I would start with me. I would start by saying, why is this even something I'm thinking about? I mean, if their desk is right next to yours and they're in your face all the time, I could understand that might be of concern.
Sure.
Also, you could take the approach of, very few people would do this, but I'll just throw it out. I get that you do a lot of work, and I hear you talking about that quite a bit. I'm wondering what's up for you around that. What would you like from me? Because I appreciate your work, and I think you're terrific. If you do think that, it sounds like you do. And I'm wondering, though, if you're aware of how good your work is, because it seems like you're looking for something when you tell us about that. I want to be there for you in the way that you need it. I'm not sure what that is.
No, I mean, if they care enough to send in a question, they probably do care enough to maybe dig in and help that person through it, and maybe just share with them. Like you said, start with me. Like share and say, you seem to be doing that, and here's how it's making me feel.
Here's how.
But I value our friendship or coworker relationship. How can I help you through this?
Exactly. So either one thing's either you're going to have a deeper relationship with that person, they're going to be insulted, or they're going to be something's going to happen, and then you go, wow, I was in no way, and I am impressed with the work you do. I'm just wondering if you really realize how impressive you are. There's a lot of ways to do it where there's a compliment in there, but you're also asking to go to a slightly deeper level. But I would start with you. What is your interest in this process? Do you not, is it hard for you to admire your own good work? Is it hard for you when people don't notice that you've done a lot of work? I mean, what is the thing about this that is you're kind of in a little bit of a pickle about?
Interesting. Yep. Well, thank you to the person that sent in the message, because I want people to understand like how, and I love that they were the first one to send one in, because I want people to understand how safe this is, how whatever thing it is, that and you saw how Dr. Nikki handled Cheryl last week, and Cheryl is, it's a bummer that she's not here, because she's really struggled is the wrong word. She's really been introspective about a lot of the things that she went through with Dr. Nikki last week, and for the first 24 hours was kind of at like a whoa, some things have really changed here, like so and I think that's great. I mean, because I know I went through that with you before, so but it's funny how one of the things that came up, and I'm not going to get into it today on my own front, but how I said, I'm not so sure, going back to our first talk where you said that everybody's got their themes. I'm not sure that I know mine yet. And I think I need to work at that and get introspective. So, but that's for a different day. The other thing that I wanted to bring up today is we had it on the show today, and I'd never heard of it until today. So you've heard of FOMO, the fear of missing out, right?
Sure.
A therapist in the UK has claims to have coined, maybe it was out there before, FOPO, fear of people's opinion.
Oh, that's a nice little twist. We're always trying to, we're always reinventing the wheel, right? So
right. Anything to get noticed, I mean, we're all trying to get a little more.
I have a couple of phrases in my new book, The Divine Dramedy of Nikki Joy. I have a couple of things I thought were I've never heard them before, and I think that they, I thought they'd be a little bit smart. I have a thing I want to start to talk about more at some point, not today, but how do we spend our emotional inheritance wisely? How to spend your emotional inheritance wisely. So the emotional inheritance, I hadn't heard that phrase in that particular way. And there are a couple other things that I have that are new, but really probably somebody has another version of that somewhere. I can't imagine.
Right.
I keep trying to I'm not young, you know what I mean? I'm just Dr. Nikki, and probably I'm just going to say, so fear of, what is it? FOBO?
Yeah, fear of other people's opinions, like to
So
the point where you're so worried about what other people think.
fear of FUPO.
I guess maybe I'm doing a fear of people's opinions. I guess or they
Fear
left out
of
the
people's opinions.
you
Well,
know,
of course, this is so common, and it's always nice when someone comes up with something pithy to name something that we've all suffered about to some degree. And are you asking me what I think about that concept, or are you asking me what I think?
Well, I just thought I would bring up the concept and get your thoughts on it because I understand that we're all to an extent worried about what people think, but maybe you've with all your experience, maybe you could share with us why we're so worried about it. But when it reaches the point of someone being so paralyzed that they will lie for other people's opinions.
Oh, it's so common. You have no
for
idea.
people's opinions.
No,
I'll let you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been, of course, working with people on this forever. It's one of the most common concerns. And I believe, and I'll even say I know, it's gotten even more widespread and even more obvious because of social media. Because we get to compare and despair all the time. I've had people in here. I remember one of my favorite things, and this may seem a little off center for this, but I'll bring it back. I had this lovely little 23-year-old sitting on my couch one day, and she and I had been working together for a little while, and she had this long relationship by 23. It was 6-7 years, which is pretty interesting for somebody that young. And lovely creature, an actor, of course, and not a particularly hard worker, I would say, but she sort of wanted magic to happen, and she dated somebody who was well known, and magic should happen, and it just was. Magic is fairly rare, and even if there's magic, you have to work the magic once you've had the pixie dust fall on you. So anyway, she was sitting there, and she came in, and she was sobbing. I mean, sobbing. And I'm like, "What's happening? What's wrong? Tell me what's going on." And she said, "I haven't left a legacy." I'm like,
"Oh my,
you're 23." I sort of buckled up because I wanted to spring across the room and hit her a few times, but wake her up. And I said, "Baby, you you may have a few minutes to do that. Sometimes we have to a little bit longer for the legacy thing to kick in." And what is this? And then we start dealing with the underlying issues, of course, am I going to be forgotten? Who will remember me after I'm gone? All these kinds of things that people have when they think about legacy. And what am I leaving behind? Which is, fair when you're like 80 or 70 or something. I think 23 is a little early, but it isn't for these kids now, because they look on Facebook or Instagram or X or whatever they're using at this point, and they see a 17-year-old who is making $1 billion. I'm exaggerating, but not.
No, but really, yeah.
And they're, the Billie Eyelashes or whatever, and of the world, and they've hit and they've gone viral, which is, if you think about it, kind of a terrible phrase. But anyway, they've gone viral, and and we compare ourselves to that person. And one of the things I love about Soul's Code, which I had recommended to Cheryl, I look forward to after. It'd be even better next time, because she maybe will have read a little bit of it. See, you should read it too. It's quite good, oldie but goodie. And is that I believe in that way that there's a path that each of us are walking, right? And we have free will when it comes to how do we walk that path, or should we shift over from this path right next to it or this path right next to it. But there's a certain, I would say, fate isn't quite the right word, but there's a journey that the soul is on, from my point of view, and a pattern that we came in with, besides the patterning that we talked about last week, that we got from our parenting or our time in history. And so, not everybody gets pixie dust. Some people just have to dig in the dirt until they find something to work with that's been in that dirt. With regards to this, and then I'll go back to the actual question, but with regard to this, I was thinking about the plane the other day, I forget where, or last week, that the crash where 200 and some odd people died and one guy got away. I mean, like, what is up with that? You know what I mean? It was not his day to die, from my point of view. It's just, there's no explaining that in a way, and hardly scratch. There's a little few scratches, and just amazing. So people call that luck. I don't know what luck is. I really don't. I don't know what luck is. I do know what destiny is, though. I have a sense of destiny. So that's a different kind of thing. Anyway, going back to the question. Yes, this is widespread. It's always been widespread. Do I fit into my family even? Am I look, we have scapegoats, black sheep, the most famous scapegoat in history. Well, Jesus or Judas, whichever one you want to choose. There's people have a lot of opinions about how that all happened, how Judas became the most notable scapegoat in history. Some think that Jesus asked him, and he sacrificed himself for the cause. Don't know enough about it to have an opinion, but I like that idea because it's sort of the wicked story, right? The other side of us. Anyway, but people are comparing themselves in their family. They're comparing themselves in their neighborhood. They're comparing themselves globally. They're comparing themselves now, through media in a million ways. And so we have ever more ways to think badly of ourselves. And it depends on where your confidence lives to begin with. And if you have any insecurity at all, which, by the way, how does one not have insecurity growing up? We don't know who we are. It's like, I don't care if you're much from the best family and they've been great and you have money and you have all these things. Oh my God. Adolescence comes and your face is filled with acne. It doesn't matter. You can have all the money in the world and yet you get cancer. There's all kinds of things. But so life just shows us over and over again that we are tasked with learning how to show up for ourselves, for others in our lives. That's the task of living, as far as I'm concerned. Comparing that somebody else, oh my God, I'll never get a Nobel Peace Prize. Oh, by the way, I will never get a Nobel Peace Prize. I can pretty much assure you that I will never get a Nobel Peace Prize.
Right.
Oh my God. So what? I'm so glad that there are people who are giving to the world in a way that lets them get that. That's fantastic. I think so what do you do about that comparing and despairing? What do you do about comparing and I'm better than? There's always somebody that you're better than and always somebody you're not as good as. This I guarantee.
Sure.
And so you could be the best scientist in the world and be a terrible communicator. You could be the best communicator in the world and be a terrible scientist.
Sure.
I mean, there are areas we're great and areas we're not. But yes, this is become a real pandemic connected to, and I use that word that way on purpose, and it's connected to or amplified by all the stress we've decided to take on in our lives. And I say take on because as you know, I believe stress is a mind-created issue.
Sure.
Something that doesn't need to exist. Very difficult in this world. But so I think we look for things to blame for our insufficiencies. We all have insufficiencies, and we look for things to blame. And isn't it? Here's another piece of the puzzle. I think many people live with a concept called limited supply. There's a limited supply of love, a limited supply of money, a limited supply of partnering, a limited supply of beauty, whatever it is. And it's nonsense. It's nonsense. There are no limited supplies. This doesn't mean that if, there's a bad crop of potatoes everywhere, one year there'll be less potatoes, but in general, it really is not a limited supply. And the thing with food is, if that's in limited supply, there's something else that you can just survive. So there seems to be more of a limited supply of goodness these days. But besides that, and true compassion, but there isn't really a limited supply. We just choose to limit ourselves and our capacities. And so, but that belief system can keep you very lonely, very small, very poor, very uneducated, a lot of things.
So are there things that we can do if we are someone that is kind of stuck or over worried about other people's opinions? Is there something we can do
Yes.
to help ourselves
We
through it?
always, I have the same story about everything, really. So it's kind of cool because just take the philosophy and apply it to everything, and your life will change. It's really true. While you're thinking about what somebody else thinks of you, by the way, we don't know what other people think of us.
Sure, we have no idea. We create it in our head. Yes.
So we're creative. I mean, if they put it in writing, I suppose we know for a minute, but really it's never really about us. Anyway, if I wasn't thinking about what, Joyce is thinking about me, what would I be thinking about me? This is always the thing. If I weren't focused on what they're doing or thinking or being, how would I be feeling about what I'm doing or thinking or being or doing, right? Doing, thinking, or being. How would I be focused on that? And what do I need to do differently, be differently, express differently, feel differently to be confident in myself, or to recognize myself as a work in progress and know that that's okay? I always say one of my favorite mantras of all time is, it's not personal. It's not personal. It's not personal. It is not personal. The world is not behaving in a personal way, although we believe it is. If our mother's mean to us consistently, that's not because we deserve her to be mean to us. It's because she's mean and we're there. Just anybody who was there, she would be mean to.
That's who she would be mean to. Yeah, it's her, not me. Yeah.
If your neighbor complains all the time about you, it's not because it's you. I mean, if you're playing,
right. Yeah. I mean, it's
whatever.
Yeah,
there's exceptions.
There's exceptions always. Yeah, but I get that. I think that's a great mantra for us to take with ourselves this week. Is it's not personal.
It's not personal. And even better, here's another one. Even better, if I weren't thinking about what they think about me, what would I be thinking about me right now? And then work on that. I'd be thinking I'm ugly. Well, I don't know. Maybe you don't need to think that.
Right.
Or I'm insufficient. I'm stupid. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm too fat. I'm too tall. I'm too short.
Right.
Whatever.
I'm not enough. Yep.
I'm not enough. I'm not enough. What if you are enough? What if there's absolutely nothing wrong with you except your idea that there's something wrong with you?
Right. Oof. Here's
a question.
What if there's absolutely nothing wrong with you except the idea that you think there's something wrong with you? Wow. All right, I'm going to take that one too this week. off with me. We're talking with Dr. Nikki Monty. You can see on the bottom of your screen if you're watching on video. StuckNoMore.com is the website. You can find her all over the social media. I've been working with her social media guys, so we're getting a lot more stuff out there. You can find us all over the web with Dr. Nikki Monty, Touhyville. Look for us all over the place. Lots of great things out there. So StuckNoMore.com. Again, if you have questions, it's a safe place. Dr. Nikki is with us for that reason, to help you a little bit, probably get a start to what the work will be. But we're more than happy to answer your questions.
And I also have that, aspect on all my social media stuff. And Touhyville, every day I have a piece of Touhyville on my social media. So if you have a question that you ask, I'm checking, and I'll bring it up on the air as well. If you don't want to go through that old Steve guy.
Right. No, go directly to Dr. Nikki. Feel free. You're always welcome to. So thank you guys so much for listening. Dr. Nikki, thank you so much. Have yourself a great week. We'll take a break. We'll be back with plenty of fun here in Touhyville. Stick around.
Thanks.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all three? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
So you're telling me I can get any Quiznos 8-inch sub for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
So I can order an 8-inch Baja Chicken Club for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
Or a Black Angus Steakhouse for $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Or a French dip, or a steakhouse cheddar, or a peppercorn steak.
For $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Only at Quiznos in Wheatfield, right across from KV.
$5.55 after 5 for any 8-inch sub at the Quiznos in Wheatfield. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Download the Quiznos app today.
Summer's heating up, so don't let your goals cool down. At St. Joseph's College in Rensselaer, you can get hands-on training in healthcare, trades, commercial driving, or veterinary care. Whether you're a recent grad or a career changer, we've got a program for you. Summer start dates are set for June, July, and August, and seats are filling up fast. Don't wait. Visit stjo.edu to enroll today. Start here and go anywhere.
Rensselaer Iron and Metal is the picture of going green. Recycling metals is what they do. Keeping the metal business right here in the good old USA is what they're all about. Giving top dollar for your scrap iron not only helps keep your community clean, but it keeps our jobs and steel industry going strong. Remember, when you take your scrap to Rensselaer Iron and Metal, you're supporting your own economy. Rensselaer Iron and Metal, where your trash turns into cash.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
With Progressive, renters can save on protection for the things that make your place yours, even things that don't make sense to everyone.
People always wonder why I don't get rid of my guitar since I never play. But it's like, what if I actually end up taking lessons? Sure, I've had it for 8 years, but if I get rid of it, then what will my New Year's resolution be next January?
Exactly. So bundle your renters and auto and save with Progressive and protect the things that make sense to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-300
$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code MOVE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code MOVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code MOVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Touhyville. Two Tuohys are better than one.
Let's start with some good news and some bad news. The bad news is
It's early in the morning.
It's a little early in the morning.
Okay, so what's the good news?
Today is Thursday.
What's so good about that?
What's so good about it? The week is almost over.
Almost over.
How long do you think a week is?
A week is a very long time.
Oh, I've had a really long week.
It's almost over.
It's almost over.
So let's get back to work. You folks ready for a show? It's showtime.
Welcome into Touhyville. It's Stephen Sherrill with you here. Good morning. Thank you guys so much for getting up with us. Portions of the show this morning brought to us by our friends over at the Good Table Restaurant in Kettland. They have specials every day. And they usually get them up right around the end of the program. They have their specials up for today already, for Thursday. Check out this Thursday menu. Now, this is their special menu. This is not like, in addition to all this, they have the regular, the whole full menu. All you can eat roasted chicken, jumbo fried wings, pulled barbecue pork sandwich, barbecue chicken sandwich, bourbon chicken breast over rice, cold cut sub with fries, salami, bacon, Swiss, lettuce, onion, tomato, mayo, and super coleslaw, Reuben and cheese curds, big fish sandwich, tater tots and slaw. And then, of course, the soup today, cream potato or chicken bow tie. That's their specials today. You can always find their specials on their Facebook page at the Good Table Family Restaurant in Kettland. So go like them on Facebook. Also, want to mention our friends over at Steve's Specialized Services. Visit Steve's Specialized Services on 231 in Rensselaer for discounts up to $1,000 off on Bad Boy Mowers and Bandits. That's at Steve's Specialized Services on 231 in Rensselaer. Go and like them on Facebook as well. All right, let's get to the Mr. P, Locksmith and Security, Dumb Criminal of the Day.
Perhaps it's time you tried a new profession. What I mean is, you don't seem to be a very good thief. Maybe you should try something else.
So I don't know if it was earlier this week or last week. We had a guy that was pulled over by Chips by the California Highway Patrol. Okay.
I'll tell you how I loved that music.
Well, we had another criminal tied into a TV show, so I hope you like this theme song as much.
Bad Boys? No, I'm kidding.
Today's dumb criminal comes to us from Duncanville, Alabama. Someone robbed a Quick Stop wearing a Scooby-Doo costume.
Oh, no. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now.
That's, of course, what the police were saying after he got away. Scooby-Doo, where are you? I'm trying to find him. Scooby made off with cash and coins, but did not take any Scooby snacks. The suspect
I love Scooby snacks.
It's
probably sick of them.
Yeah. The suspect is described as a white male, approximately 5'9". The authorities.
There aren't many of those out there.
No, that should be easy to
That'd
find.
be an easy to spot.
Sorry, I just had some kind of bug just fly right in front of my microphone.
I saw
I
that.
just
I
was
was
like, what's happening
okay.
here? I already got a big giant wasp earlier right before Mo got here. It was
What?
like the size of my thumb.
You should not be telling me.
It was
these things.
giant. So anyway, back to the dumb criminal already in progress. The authorities warned that he could get away with it, so they're asking for help, possibly from some meddling kids that could pull off his mask and figure out that it's the owner of the carnival the whole time. They posted some photos of the perp from the store security camera. The Scooby-Doo costume is a little closer to pajamas. There's no real head. Instead, there's a ski mask over his head. What? Why wouldn't you have just used the Scooby-Doo mask?
Right.
But I am hoping that when the police catch him, they can do that mask unveil. They pull off his mask and go, "It's Mr. Carruthers the whole time." That's what I'm hoping for. Protect yourself from dumb criminals with Mr. P, Locksmith Security, and more. Hardware, Locksmith Surveillance, 219-866-7171. Go and like Mr. P, Locksmith and Security on Facebook. And, of course, you can go to his website, mrplocksmith.com. That's mrplocksmith.com. You lock yourself out of your house. You lock yourself out of your car. You got to get back in. Who do you call? Mr. P, 219-866-7171. On-call service 24/7.
Weather is brought to you by Jasper County REMC.
Today, scattered showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny with a high near 90. Heat index values as high as 99. Tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms continue, mainly before 1 a.m. Partly cloudy with a low around 74. Friday, showers and thunderstorms on and off throughout the day, mostly sunny, muggy, and windy with a high near 88. Heat index values as high as 96. Friday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms all evening and into Saturday morning. Mostly cloudy with a low around 69. Saturday, well, what do you know? More showers and thunderstorms continue throughout the day. Mostly sunny with a high near 85. Saturday night, mostly clear with a low around 68.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
This just into the newsroom. Kim's Hardware and Lumber, College Square, Rensselaer, has a new telephone number. It's 219-204-2140. That's 219-204-2140. New telephone number, still your one-stop shop for all of your home improvement needs. That new phone number, once again, for Kim's Hardware and Lumber, College Square, Rensselaer, 219-204-2140.
Looking for the freshest fruits and veggies around? Come on down to the Rensselaer Farmers Market every Saturday morning from 7:30 to 11:30 at Halleck Park on Cullen Street, right across from the police station. From local seasonal produce to fresh baked breads, sweet treats, beef, pork, and chicken, and handmade creations from local artists, there's something for everyone. When it comes to fresh fruits and vegetables, shorter time and distance from farm to table means more vitamins, more minerals, and more flavor. And don't forget, our Tuesday evening markets run during July and August from 4:30 to 6 p.m., so you can stop by after work. Cash preferred, street parking available. Eat healthy, shop local, support farmers. Only at the Rensselaer Farmers Market.
Home. It's so many things to so many people. It's your sanctuary, your place to host parties with friends and family, your place to relax in front of the front porch or run with the dog in the backyard. The team at Jenkins Realtors have been helping people like you find the home for everything that you need it to be since 1976. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, let the Jenkins team be your team. Call Jenkins Realtors today at 219-866-5908 or visit JenkinsRealtorsInc.com. Jenkins Realtors, trusted, respected, recommended.
When their country asked them to serve, they served their country. Now it's our turn to support our veterans. Make your plans now to be at Goodstock Operation Restoring Hope Music Festival, Saturday, August 16th in Goodlands Foster Park. The mission of this day-long music festival is to support the Jasper Newton Veterans Assistance Fund that provides assistance to veterans and their families in Jasper and Newton counties that are facing financial hardship. The day starts with a pancake breakfast at 8 a.m., followed by a motorcycle flag escort ride to honor our military heroes. Gates open at 1:30 with plenty of food, community vendors, and a day of unforgettable live music, highlighted by performances from Lindsay Lau, the Jason Wells Band, the Y Store, and Rock America. Buy your tickets online at goodstockmusicfestival.eventbrite.com or at the gate. For more information and sponsorship information, visit goodstockmusicfestival.com or email them at info info at goodstockmusicfestival.com. Goodstock, Operation Restoring Hope Music Festival, Saturday, August 16th in Goodlands Foster Park. Help support America's heroes.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with the new Strachan Van Til to Go. It's easy to use. Register using your rewards account login and password. Fill your virtual shopping cart. Choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save money with your online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple. Food made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Did you know that Jasper County REMC offers scholarships for local students along with fun and educational opportunities throughout the year? Whether it's learning about how state government runs and how bills become laws, to fun and educational camps along with life-changing educational adventures. To find out more about the opportunities Jasper County REMC provides for local students, visit jasperremc.com and click on the Community tab and then select Student Opportunities.
97.7 The Q. Touhyville. Two Tuohys are better than one.
What gets you out of bed in the morning?
An alarm clock keeps you going.
You guys do.
You're what keeps me going. My favorite radio personality.
Make me laugh, make me cry.
Help me through some hard times. Come rain or shine.
Who is he? I can hear you.
My favorite radio station.
Sounds like you need to check your meds.
Showtime.
Welcome into Touhyville. A portion of the show is brought to us by our friends over at the Kasanovich Unfleet McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. If we weren't so busy this morning, Cheryl was going to order herself some breakfast from McDonald's. You were ready. You were ready for the McDelivery. You can do that yourself. Download the McDonald's app today and order for McDelivery. Get it brought right to you, to your home, to your business, wherever you're at. They'll bring it to you. It's good stuff at the Kasanovich Unfleet McDonald's in Hebron, as well as in Remington, 2 great locations in Rensselaer. Also want to mention our friends over at the Rensselaer Farmers Market. We're fans. We're hooked. We're in. So that's going to be a lot of fun for folks. If you stop by there on Saturdays, you're going to be more than happy.
Well, and this week's giveaway is a bird feeder.
Yeah.
A cedar bird feeder and cookies.
Yeah, so we're going to have some every Friday we give away a basket randomly in the show. So it could happen at any time. So be prepared. And then what you do is you go pick up your prize at the farmer's market. So, and then coming up starting next week, throughout the month of July and August, they do the farmer's market on Tuesday evenings, 5 to 7. So if you can't make it out on Saturday, you can be there on Tuesday evening. So looking forward to that.
Tuesday is the first one, and they're going to have pork burgers.
Yeah, they're going to be grilling up pork burgers. So stop by and have your dinner there. Also, got to mention our friends over at Another Season in DeMott. They have a summer sale going on. Save 15% store-wide. Some restrictions might apply. Today through Saturday. Big time summer sale, a wave of savings coming into Another Season in DeMott, 605 North Halleck Street in DeMott. Like them on Facebook, follow on Instagram. So good stuff going on at Another Season in DeMott. We've been kind of lacking on our poll question today. I want to run over there and just see where we're at.
Okay.
Because the silly question that we had earlier that we saw was that 5% of people have never left the state that they were born in, never been to another state at all. So, as crazy as it sounds, I had to ask, have you traveled to another state? 100% so far.
Yeah.
Have said, yes, they've traveled to another state, which makes sense to me. That's what I would think. That's why I was so surprised by it when it said that it was 5% have not. So I was like, I got to find out from our residents at Touhyville. So, all right, let's take another quick break. Then we come back. We end on a high note. We won't leave you without ending on a high note, so stick around.
There's exciting news for farmers in the Illiana area. Peterson Ag Service is thrilled to be your local Ag Leader dealer, bringing you the latest in precision farming technology. Ag Leader offers a full farm solution from cab to cab, season to season, bringing productivity to every corner of your operation. Sink it, steer it, plant it, apply it, harvest it, manage it. There's only one way to do it all. Ag Leader. Let Peterson Ag Service show you how. Call us today, 765-314-3276 to learn more.
It doesn't matter what I'm craving or when I'm craving it. McDonald's always has my back. Tasty, affordable, always on point. And let's talk about that under $4 McValue menu for a second, because it's honestly unmatched. With 10 faves for under $4, like the medium fries or frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry, this menu, it's everything. I can get a medium iced coffee for $2.50 and a vanilla cone for just $1. McD's always comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Fanta is a registered trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
Brad Gutwein from Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
In a small town, it's how you treat your customer. You treat everybody the way you want to be treated. It really is that simple. We have customers that we've been doing business with for 4 generations, and that is only because they trust us, we trust them, and that's the way you've got to build your business. We have to build any business.
Gutwein Motor Company in Monon has been serving the surrounding area for over 80 years.
Cars 80 years ago were pretty simple. But one thing that hasn't changed, the customer wants to feel like they're in charge of the transaction. They know what's going on, and they are comfortable with what's happening. That, I don't think, has ever changed. We always want to be upfront with the customer, tell them exactly what's happening, exactly the process that's going to happen. One thing I would like to say to everybody that has supported us over the 80 years, thank you very much. You'll like the way we do business at Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
Saying goodbye to a loved one is never easy. In your time of sorrow, look to Steinke Funeral Home of Rensselaer in Morocco to assist you and your family, offering funeral and memorial services ranging from traditional to uniquely innovative and personal, along with burial services, cremation options, and celebrations of life. Steinke Funeral Home offers complete care, allowing you to comfort your family while they take care of the details. If it's time to say goodbye to a loved one or you're pre-planning for your own service, call Steinke Funeral Home at 219-866-5151 or visit steinkefuneralhome.com.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 27th through July 7th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
How did Babbel become the award-winning language learning app? We thought of you. All of you. Take Sierra. As a visual learner, she uses Babbel's wordplay videos.
Today I'll share a quick lesson on shopping in French.
Merci beaucoup. Malcolm is a listening learner. So he checks with Babbel's speech recognition to be
Precio.
However you learn, Babbel makes it easy. Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
All right. It is time for us to wrap things up for another fun time morning. Can't believe Thursday is going to be behind us in a minute. I mean, it's crazy.
It's pre-Friday celebration.
No kidding. I mean,
Da-da-da.
well, I mean, holy cow. You just blink and another week goes by, you know. What do they say? It's time flies when you're having fun. You know what it is? Yeah. All right.
Speaking of which, we've got the fairs coming. We're
about to enter July.
Right.
Which is like
crazy. July
off to
4th
the
is right
races.
around the corner. It's next
Yeah.
week.
Just crazy. All right. Let us end on a high note.
All right. This is brought to us by Self-Love. Life is amazing, and then it's awful, and then it's amazing again. And in between the amazing and the awful, it's ordinary and routine. So breathe in the amazing, hold on through the awful, relax and exhale during the ordinary, because that's what it means to be alive. And it's breathtakingly beautiful.
Whew. I like that one a lot. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. We appreciate it. If you missed any of the program, go ahead and head over to where we have podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, our videos on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you guys so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed listening to the show today as much as we enjoyed doing it. Have yourself just a great Thursday. We're going to do it all again tomorrow, right here in Touhyville. Take care.
97.7 WLQI Rensselaer. 97.7.